The following is a live sports presentation on Glycon.
Glycon's coverage of UA Local 502 Louisville basketball game night starts now.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome into Jim Ruther Gym here at the historic high school gymnasium of Ballard High School. It is Louisville basketball game night here. Friday night basketball in Louisville, 7th region matchup. It is the homestanding Ballard Bruins hosting the visiting Manual Crimson, and alongside legendary coach and as well as athletic director Mark Evans, I'm Paul Najar. Mark, we got the band right behind us here on the stage, but folks, you're going to have a loud game tonight.
Well, we should have a great game tonight. We have a very young Ballard team playing a pretty experienced Manual team tonight. Ballard kind of took it on the chin the other day against North Oldham. North Oldham shot the ball very well, and to be quite honest, Ballard didn't. But I still look for this being a rivalry that it is to be a great game tonight. Both teams are well coached, but as you said, they wanted us to get the full effect tonight because having the pep band right in our ear makes it very difficult.
And it's a really, really good pep band as well. Ballard, as you mentioned, comes in, Mark, 0-1. Head coach Greg Willis, tough one against North Oldham, but they're trying to develop a brand new roster with a lot of youth on it. Talk about what Coach Willis has ahead of him this year for his Ballard Bruins.
Well, he told me what he's got going for him is, he said, these kids, he said everybody uses the cliche of being a gym rat. He said these kids are truly gym rats. He said they love to play. They all get along really, really well. And he said they're just a joy to come to practice to coach every day. And he said when you have kids like that, they're going to do nothing but get better. He said we have talent. We just have inexperienced talent.
Yes. And when you look at Coach Miguel Coleman and his Manual Crimson, Miguel has done a great job. I mean, last year they were right there in the 7th region, and I just had the feeling if they would have got by Trinity in that semifinal of the 7th region, they would have given St. X fits because they matched up well with them, maybe not talent-wise up and down, but they had the depth, and they had the fouls, and they had the ability to play. And I even mentioned to him tonight, you'll hear him in his interview, but, you know, he lost some key players, but he's got some veterans, too, that he's mixing with youth as well.
Yeah, I think Coach Coleman does an excellent job. I really enjoyed all the games I had of his last year. He looks like he's still got some experience, at least by the years that he has. I do remember quite a few of the faces that were very good players, but they just didn't play near the role that they're going to play tonight and going further this season, just because those other players were so good, they played that role for them. So we'll see how they step up tonight.
Well, we will hear from Coach Miguel Coleman. We're going to take a break on our Louisville Basketball Friday here at Ballard High School. When we return from our pregame break, we'll have my interview with head coach Miguel Coleman from the Manual Crimsons. Stay with us, folks. We got the girls' game going on before us here. They're in the third quarter right now, and we'll give you updates on that game. But you want to stay with us. Our pregame broadcast rolls along. Stay with us on Glycon.
Folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer. Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Oldham County today.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Polo Real Estate Group, your one-stop real estate source. Founded by 1993 male graduate Dion Reese. Contact him at 502-387-6330 or visit polorealestategroup.com.
Welcome back, Glycod. It is Louisville Basketball Friday, and I'm here with Manual head coach Miguel Coleman. And Miguel, you got an interesting blend of youth and experience,
yes, sir,
and a lot of depth. You got guys that can score, and you never. It sounds like early in the season you might not know who's going to give you that extra scoring punch. Just talk about the progress made so far, a big win in your opening game, and where your team is right now.
Yeah, I'm really excited about the team. You're right. We got a lot of depth. No one go-to guy on any given night. One of them can go off, and that's from my first group or my second group. So we're playing a lot of guys. But, so far right now we're progressing. We're not playing our best basketball. Didn't play our best basketball the other night. But who wants to be playing their best basketball first week of the season? But the guys are buying into what we're doing. They're playing really, really hard. So I'm excited to get to the game tonight.
And now you get a 7th region headline marquee matchup. It's Manual at Ballard. You've won one time, and it was your team that won it. You 2 years ago in this matchup through the years. Manual's beat Ballard once, and your team to do it 2 years ago right here on this floor. What's it going to take for you guys tonight? What do you want to see from your guys tonight against, an historic program like Ballard?
We're going to stick to our defensive disciplines, the things that we've been practicing every day, and the things that we know that's going to help us create turnovers, cause a little havoc defensively. We're going to rebound the ball really, really well. Those are the 2 things we really, really focus on. And then offensive execution. So that's what we didn't do a good job of Wednesday night, was our offensive execution. So we're going to try to build on it tonight. Those 3 things have to come in together tonight to beat this good Ballard team.
When you prepare for, you have a short turnaround from Wednesday night to tonight, 48 hours later, and you're coming into this gym, it's how important is it for your guys to see, hey, this is a building, we're building towards something, especially with the youth infused, the youth infusion of your team?
Really important. We want the guys to understand this is just a game. It's a moment. It's going to be a great atmosphere. Don't put too much weight on them. I talk to them about pressure all week long. There's no reason to put any pressure on yourself. Just feel free. Act like I told them the other day, we're going to act like we're in practice. Just do what you do in practice every day, and we'll be fine.
That's some good hard work then, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Excellent stuff. Coach Miguel Coleman, good luck tonight. We'll have more on our pregame show. Stay with us on Glycod.
Buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham, always served to you fresh and so good it'll make you say,
"Holy smokes!"
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
Blinds Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
And welcome back to Ballard High School, the historic gym that has seen so many greats play throughout the years. Jim Ruther Gymnasium here at Ballard High School. A few state championships won on the sweat of this hard court. Alongside Mark Evans, I'm Paul Najar. It's Louisville Basketball Friday, and we are we're so thrilled to be bringing this to you all year long on Glycod. And Mark, for tonight, we've got our inside look brought to you by Blinds Direct, proudly serving Louisville for over 30 years. Visit blindsdirect.com or call 502-266-0079 for the best in home decor. Our inside look first for the visiting Manual Crimson and head coach Michael Coleman.
Yes, sir, Paul. Well, Coach Coleman pretty much said it in your interview where I was at with my keys to the game. They're looking at. I really believe that the pace is going to be very, very important. You know, with the inexperience of this Ballard club, pushing the pace by Manual, by the Crimson is going to be important. I think they can turn them over some and create some easy offense, and I think it could be a tough night for Ballard if they can't handle that push pace. Another key would be the defensive pressure. I think you're going to see that from the Crimsons once again. I think that's going to be crucial for them, and I think it's going to be interesting to see how the Bruins handle it. Just by talking to Coach Willis.
Yeah, and you want to see, you know, what Coach Coleman was talking about, like you said, in your inside look, it's just he's always developed 8, 9, 10 deep, and he wants that, and he said, and the way he develops it is always from the defensive end. You got to start there, and I look at that opportunity tonight as, you know, early in the season. Isn't that where you want to be as a coach? Let's throw the defense at them early.
Well, it always comes first anyway. You know, defense has a lot to do with, of course, a lot of skills, a lot of technique, a lot to do with effort and desire and being on the same page. And with Coach Coleman, he's able to get so many kids bought in and they all play well, then they're usually pretty fresh. The depth really helps that. So push, trap press, do everything you can to do that. And then as time goes on, those offensive plays that he's talking about, his execution, that will come around.
Indeed. So there's your inside look brought to you by Blinds Direct at the Manual Crimson, the visitors tonight. And now for the home side, inside the home side, Ballard, and head coach Greg Willis. Tonight's Inside Look brought to you by Bynes Direct. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah. I think, as I talked to Coach Willis, I think his concerns are what we just talked about with what the Crimsons could possibly do. For tonight's game, though, the Bruins will have to minimize their turnovers. They'll have to take care of the ball because we both watched these Crimsons play the last couple of years, and they could create great offense by their great defense, and they get a lot of layups, and layups are hard to defend off of transition and turnovers.
Sure.
The other thing I think is going to be extremely important for the Bruins, and it's kind of a bugaboo for many, many teams. Early, late, doesn't really matter, but that's transition defense. Transition defense, to me, is usually the weakest part of most teams I ever see play on the court over all these years.
What was your instruction, Mark, as a head coach for so long, and as someone who's mentored great coaches as well, about transition defense? I'll tell you, as a player, the most important thing for me was my first step, is anticipating my first step. Not giving up on my offense, but anticipating that first step back on defense and making it as efficient as I could to get back and disrupt what the opposing team was trying to do in transition. What was your key?
Well, we had a kind of a unique thing. We did a whole lot of pressing, a whole lot of running, jumping,
always, yeah.
A whole lot of trapping. So, when you do all those things, those are risk takes. And against the better teams, they can exploit you some. So you better get back and you better be able to play transition defense. And what we taught was something that is unique, and it just depends. You got to know your scouting reports really, really well. But we would do something called closest to the ball. That person would pick up ball and try to push them to the outside and slow them down right off the bat.
But you always had young ladies, when you coached all those great girls teams at Mercy, at Oldham County, wherever you were, you always had 5 players that, there was a rare once in a while you'd have a big that you probably wouldn't let do that. But you always had 4 or 5 really athletic players out there.
Well, we taught every position how to play offense. We didn't pigeonhole anybody. So if the kids were skilled in the ball handling, kids were skilled, they could shoot the ball, they could knock down free throws, they could play defense. But we used a philosophy called triangle transition defense, and I still think it could be used as long as you know your shooters. And what we would do is slow the ball down. Closest person to the ball would slow the ball down. The next 3 would sprint back and get block, middle, take the 3 spots, take the triangle, and then the next person down, the last person trailing in, would try to locate the outside shooter or the trail shooter,
right,
or whatever that was. Because I always feel like if I could take away a layup and I could take away the middle of the court, I could play triangle 2 for a possession, and usually they would take a quick shot. The goal was they only get 1 shot. You take away those 3 spots, you don't run out, and you dominate the board. So they get 1 shot only, and we're running the other way.
So the inside look portion of this for Ballard head coach Greg Willis is making sure you stop that manual transition.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's going to be a must. And then I believe that something's got to slow down all these scores for manual. And what I would say is that, they have a tremendous Ballard has a tremendous young player. He's 6'10", and Greg said the sky's the limit with this young man. And he had like 19 the other night and like 12 boards or something like that in a loss. But I think they're going to have to win the rebounding battle. I think they're going to really, really concentrate on that. I know Coach Coleman's looking at getting better on the boards, but I really think tonight Ballard's going to have to really, really make a difference on the boards, eliminate second and third shots.
And we'll talk about that big man, Mason Grivna, just a freshman for this Ballard team at 18-9 the other night against a very good, always tough North Oldham squad. North Oldham winning by double digits in game 1 over Ballard on Tuesday night. So, Mark, any other inside looks for Ballard? You got it. We covered them all.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's just going to be a great test for Greg's young players and young team. So, the experience factor, as long as they can hang in here this first quarter, first half, I think they'll be fine, as long as they don't get blitzed early, which can happen sometimes with a young team. playing new roles that they've never played before.
And that's tonight's Inside Look, brought to you by Blinds Direct and Coach Emeritus Mark Evans, proudly serving Louisville for over 30 years. Visit blindsdirect.com or call 502-266-0079 for the best in-home decor. It's Blinds Direct. Want to remind everyone this broadcast is authorized by Ballard High School with production rights owned by Glycod. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation of all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. And we thank you for watching. We're going to take another pregame break, and when we return, we'll roll right into our coach's pregame interview. It'll be Mark Evans with Ballard head coach Greg Willis. Stay with us on Glycod.
Not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational, solid career path.
Rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable. They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
When you want the right agents for your real estate needs, choose the Van Treese team with True Blood Real Estate. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura Protenick Van Treese combine local knowledge, dedication, and results to help you buy or sell with confidence. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463. Because no other real estate team quite measures up when you experience the True Blood advantage.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. And the Van Treese team with True Blood Real Estate. Experience the True Blood advantage.
Mark Evans here with Glycod and Coach Greg Willis of the Ballard Bruins. And already threw yourself into the fire one time, already starting off the year, I see, with North Odom, and coming right back with another really good program. But that's what you always do. You always play the good ones, Coach. Mm-hmm. Makes you better.
Tell me a little bit about your team this year.
Yeah. Well, to be determined, to be honest with you, Coach. We love our group. We've got great kids, and I feel like oftentimes people throw around the term gym rats a little bit too loosely, and we really do have those. We got kids that want to be in the gym. They want to be coached. They're coming in the mornings getting shots up, and they want to be pushed. And but we're young and inexperienced. I've got 2 players returning that played any kind of minutes last year, starting 2 freshmen and a sophomore. So a lot of inexperience and a lot that needs to be learned, but very talented, just young and talented. And so we're excited about the season. We know it's going to take us some time. I tell them, you hear different numbers about how long it takes to develop a habit. Some people say 40 days. I'm telling them we need at least 40 practices before we're going to be where we need to be. So it's going to be a learning experience.
Yeah, that's exactly what when I looked at the 2 rosters coming in tonight, I knew Manuel had lost quite a few pretty strong players, including, the coach's son. But it was interesting. They had a lot of kids back. They got some significant playing time, and so they're all in double digits, and they're juniors and seniors, maybe 1 sophomore. Then I looked at yours, and it was much different, from the familiar faces that I saw last year. Tell me a little bit about your 6'10" post player.
Yeah, he's special. I had a call with one assistant coach at Purdue today about him, and he just turned 15 a couple weeks ago. But the sky truly is the limit for him. Wow. Mason's a unique talent. I think in his first game the other night he had 18 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 block shots, and he's got a great frame to put muscle on and add weight. He's very skilled, and phenomenal kid from a great family. Dad played football at U of L. Mom played basketball at U of L. Sister's going to South Carolina next year to play volleyball.
Wow.
And they're just extremely supportive, and they want him pushed. They want him challenged, and he's a great teammate. He's a leader. He's special. He's got a real chance to be as high level as you could be in this game.
I really look forward to seeing him play tonight. And then I know you have a couple other returners that I really liked last year. You have a little sophomore, junior.
Yeah, Baron Clay and Jaden Culver's are 2 returning guys.
Yeah, well, that's. I look forward to watching you coach. I enjoy watching your team play, and thanks for spending a little time with me.
Thank you, Coach. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Greg. Appreciate it.
Thanks for being here, Coach. We like it. Team.
Red Ball Recycling is Southern Indiana's #1 recycling choice for a reason. We offer top dollar for all scrap metal. We can buy steel, copper, aluminum, brass, junk cars, and more. Call or stop by Red Ball Recycling and turn your scrap metal into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This is the mower that cut the lawn, that became the place their kids grew up. The legendary Exmark Laser Z is the zero-turn mower more landscape pros trust. For cut quality, comfort, and reliability. Exmark, official mowers of the backyard life. Visit your local dealer or explore the Exmark Laser Z online for special finance offers, available now.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Welcome back. It's Louisville Basketball Friday here at Ballard High School, the historic Jim Ruther Gymnasium at Ballard, where so many all-time greats have graced this court, and we can go back 50 years to when Jeff Lamp and Lee Raker were here. Mark, you remember those guys? Those were two pretty darn good players, weren't they?
Well, they had more than that. They had Eves, a young Jerry Eves.
Oh, they had a young
too.
Jerry Eves that ran that break.
Well, yeah, I knew him well because a good buddy of mine was an extremely good player at Jeffersontown High School. And they had probably the second best team in the region.
Yes,
and they ended up getting knocked off by that group. So I knew him well.
Wait a minute. Didn't Atherton have a great team with Larry? Was it Larry Williams?
You're ahead. I don't remember that.
Yeah, I know, but you're right. Jeffersontown, Atherton. Yeah. I mean, the 7th region always loaded, and some of those great players. When you talk about in the 70s, you had Eves and Raker and Jeff Lamp, and then in the 80s with Scott Davenport, you had Allen Houston and Kenny Martin and Mark Bell and those guys and their historic championship run. And then in the 90s with DeJuan Wheat, et cetera, and on through the Chris Renner years. So let's talk about some of these key players. First for the Manual Crimsons.
Okay, I mean, I think it starts off with when they're seniors. That was a very, very good player last year for him, Ahmad Shelton. He's a 6'4" senior player. First game out this year, he had 16 points and 14 rebounds. That's not too bad for opening night.
Yep.
Deshaun McGee is another one I remembered from last year that did a very good job. You and I got to see him play quite a bit.
Yep.
He's a 6'6" senior. Jeff Njogu, 6'2" senior, very good player. And there's Mark Wood. They just have a lot of players from last year that really played more of a supporting role, except for a couple of these that I just mentioned. But now they're playing that primary role, and so that's going to be fun to watch tonight, to see just how much they've developed and gotten better over the years.
Well, we got to talk the last couple of years about Coach Coleman's son, who has now moved on to college. I asked him how his son was doing. He just had to have some meniscus surgery.
Oh,
wow. Torn meniscus. He was blocking out a big guy, and that knee slid a little. But he's a hard kid to replace in the sense that when they needed a facilitator, when they needed a basket, he was either facilitating or taking, and trying to fill those shoes is something that they're probably still developing with Shelton and with McGee and with Njogu, who is really athletic. And Coach Coleman loves those athletic wings.
Yeah. Well, I think it would take a couple players to replace Coach Coleman's son.
Yes.
In my eyes, and we saw him quite a bit, I thought he was, if he wasn't the best guard around, maybe in the state, he was daggone close to it.
Yep.
And so I'm glad he's moved on and playing at the next level, and I wish him the best because he sure was fun to watch.
Yes, he was. And now we'll switch over some key players. And you mentioned Deshaun McGee, the 6'6" senior. He's a post presence. He's an active post presence. And he's got his hands full with Mason Grivna, the 6'10" freshman.
Well, yeah, talking to Coach Willis, I just can't wait to see this young man play.
Yeah.
Coach Willis just talks more about how great of a teammate he is for the players. And anytime you got all that, I mean, people are already interested in him. I mean, big time programs are already at his door. And when you got all that, kids can go different ways. You never know how their head's going to stay or be. And he said he's humble. He's just a great young man with a tremendous upside. And he can knock down the three. He knocked down the three the other night. It's 5 for 5 from the free throw line, and that's awesome when you're a big man can do that. And he ended up with 18 points and 9 rebounds.
All right, so you're a 6'10" freshman, and you're a head coach. High school level or on the next level, what are you looking for first at a player like Mason Grivna? What do you want to see from him performance-wise?
Well, I mean, if he's 6'10" in the high school level, he ought to be a rim protector. And if you're talented enough to score 18 points and get 9 rebounds right off the bat against a very good North Oldham team, very well coached team, then I'd say it would be his defense first. But it sounds like he's the real deal. It sounds like he can play either ends of the court. So I want him doing everything he can do. I mean, if he steps out, can knock down a 3, that's great. They have to come out and guard him. If he can post him up, that's even better.
Well, physically, in individual skills, what are you looking for in his talent? Footwork, ball handling, the way he attacks rebounding. What are your keys as a young player? What do you want to develop first?
Well, I don't know about develop, but what I'm looking for first is I want the first step. You know, you can figure out pretty quick if they're going to be Division III, Division II, or Division I by their first step, especially when they have a lot of talent. So, you footwork's everything, good balance is everything. So just the typical strong basics that good coaches teach day in, day out with footwork drills and just your basic balance drills, how to block out, how to take a charge, how to block a shot, how to do an up and under on the offensive end, lift somebody, good enough to step out and knock down a 3. Great ball handler where you can play the entire court. You want to develop everything about those young men. It's not just one thing. It's all of it. And I think Coach Willis is good at doing that. I think he's a developer.
Coach Willis is a big guy too, and under Chris Renner for all those years, he knows how to do that, and he knows how to develop those young guys with talent. And who else do we have besides Grivna? You mentioned him, but they've got some other young guys, some freshmen and sophomore and an 8th grader in Trent Pleasant as well.
Well, I thought one of the better freshmen I saw last year was number 12, Baron Clay.
Yeah.
He's a 5'10" sophomore. He can score from inside or out. He's got some strength to him. I really liked him, and so I
did too. Last year, he was probably their 3rd option.
Probably so.
And as a freshman, with their big and their point guard being their top 2, but he provided some real positive things for him last year.
And I know that Coach Willis really thinks a lot of his senior number 11, Jaden Culver. He didn't score the other night, but I'm not really sure what that situation was. But we've seen him before. He did a nice job. They also, we haven't talked about yet, but they also have a couple young men kind of sitting in the wings waiting for the state to make some decisions on eligibility.
Yes.
And if they are in fact eligible, then this team will make a change.
If they become eligible, if the KHSAA says these 2 young men are eligible to play, the next time we have a Ballard game, it'll be a lot different commentary, won't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, we watched Cole
Edelin
for 2 years, and his older brother is playing at Western now and does a nice job. But he can flat out score the ball. He can handle the ball. He creates with some of his defense. He's a very talented player, and I only was able to see Jordan Boogie Cook one time last year, 6'7" player. I was very impressed with him. He's a very talented young man, and he's only a sophomore.
And those are some great names. We'll be following along tonight, and some in the future as well as this season progresses. See if some of these young guys, these young talented players get eligible as transfer students. So we'll come back. There's about 4.5 minutes or 4:26 to go in this girls varsity game. Manual up 61-44 on Ballard. You had many coaching battles against good Manual high school teams, 6th and 7th region. Mercy and Manual was a marquee matchup for many years. This Manual team looking good right now. They're in cruise control, up 17 with 4:26 to go in the game. We'll effort to get starting lineups as coaches are they generally don't put out the starting lineup till about 8 minutes before the game, so we're going to try and get those to you soon as well. We'll take a break here and roll along on our pregame broadcast. It's Louisville Basketball Friday on Glycod.
buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tinsley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tinsley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Go ahead, pour it on, as thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham, always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
"Holy smokes!"
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
Blind Select, not just blind. Blind Select, not just blind.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Welcome back to Jim Ruther Gymnasium, the historic gymnasium that housed so many greats. We look at the names. There are 12, 10 players or 9 players and 3 coaches retired on that wall down there, Ballard High School. And boy, that's intimidating when you walk into a gym like that, isn't it? Isn't it, Mark?
It was a lot of fun basketball being watched way back then. You know, I was in high school when the Lamp and Raker and that bunch played, and then of course I followed University of Louisville, and Lamp and Raker actually went to Virginia, I do believe. But,
yes, they did.
But anyway, I mean, a lot of great players up there. 2 very, very just fantastic coaches that I personally know and are good friends with, and that's Scotty Davenport and Chris Renner. And Chris Renner's now resurfaced out at Oldham County, and I've got to talk to him a couple times recently. But
we had the chance to broadcast his return to Ballard last year, and when he brought his Oldham County team and down double digits in the fourth quarter, he pulls out a win because he did some un-Chris Renner-like things. It was really interesting to see him manufacture wins last year.
Yeah, that was a tremendous game, and
it was overtime.
And both coaches did a great job. And Chris, sometimes it's hard to beat your mentor, and that was one of those nights for Greg that Coach Willis that just couldn't get past that mentor. But anyway, I saw Coach Renner it's probably been about 3 or 4 months ago. I believe it was at the Gander, and or could have been Saki Blue, but we talked we talked so long that his wife was ready to get to the hibachi grill or wherever they was going.
Good stuff. Well, you see the great names here, and you know that when you're in the 7th region, you've got basically your own state tournament to get through, so to speak, when you're talking about Ballard and Male and Manual and Trinity and St. X and then you have some upstart teams. Maybe there's a Central or a Wagoner that comes through with some or an Atherton. You saw Atherton football get to the
Eastern or a Seneca.
And Eastern, the way they've developed their program, and in a new direction in the last year or two, look at that landscape in the 7th region and talk about what it was St. X last year. They got knocked out first round of the tournament by a very interesting Jeffersontown team. I mean, let's call it what it was. They were one way, and then they got the transfer student in, and boy, they turned it on at the end of the year, that J-Town team.
Yeah, the coach did a fantastic job with that bunch, and they were pretty daggone good before the transfer came back from some academy or something like that. And then he was an it factor. He had a lot of ability, and he really could carry them, and that's what pretty much happened in that. But yeah.
That St. X team, number 1 most of the season last year, number 1 to start the season this year. They're kings of the court.
They're kings of the court, but they have to get over the hump. At one time they had a very, very strong. Kevin's done a great job out there, Coach Klein. But, I felt for him last year because I just didn't feel like the team or he was comfortable. I mean, it's a lot of pressure, when you have that. Because I've been there and I've done that, and I've also been on the losing end of that. And there's a lot of pressure. And I just felt like they felt the world was on their shoulders. And I really feel like J-Town just did what J-Town does and played loose and played free.
And hit a lot of shots. And then South Oldham, a team we got a lot of last year, upset North Oldham in the 8th region. They get to the tournament, and in the second round, they take out J-Town. I think they hit 19 or 23s, and the one kid off the bench, his name escapes me, 6'1", about $130 soaking wet, and he hit 10 threes. 9 of them with his eyes closed.
Yeah.
I mean, it was unreal. It was the stuff of legend. He had 33 in the game. Phenomenal game to beat a really good J-Town team.
Well, yeah, exactly. And don't ever sell South Oldham short. They have one of the best coaches in the state. And we were talking. I said, "How in the world, Coach, do you teach what you teach?" He goes, "Believe it or not, Mark, I don't even do form shooting, but I have those shooting guns." And he said, "What do kids love to do?" And I said, "Probably shoot, not play defense." And he said, "Exactly right." He said, "The kids all bought in. They all come in the mornings before school, and they just get so many shots up. And then we get in game night, game time, and I'm not so sure that North Oldham don't follow that same formula. Or there's something really good in the water out there if you wouldn't be a coach that can knock down threes."
Yeah, that's interesting. And then you say it about St. X and Kevin Klein and that team. They looked so good through December and into January, into the LIT. And then you talk about the pressure of number 1. You talk about the pressure of being undefeated in the state of Kentucky against some tremendous competition. And you start seeing, there's an injury here. How are we going to fill in there? And then you're dealing with stuff that you weren't dealing with before, like how am I managing minutes and how do I get more out of him? And do they? And then you're stuck with that pressure.
Well, when I watched them in that game, in that particular game, I just really felt like they were just tight and they were out of sorts. And then I felt like certain players that had produced really well for them throughout the year, that they got all out of sync. They just tried to do some things maybe they didn't normally do. Had players starting to stand and watch other players play. Nothing about poor coaching, nothing like that. It's the pressure of being there. Like I said, I've been on both ends of it. I've been where I came out on top, and I really, we just happened to play really loose and well. I've tried different ways of going about it, how you prep. I've tried everything because I lost a lot of region finals in my time.
And that's what I want to mention. It's almost like act like you've been there, but you've never been.
Yeah.
And when you get into that 22,000-seat Rupp Arena, things change. Yep. And when you get into that big-time atmosphere of 7th region tournament, especially in those semifinals and championship games, it's a different beast, but you got to experience that beast to slay it.
And Coach Klein had to experience that too. I think he did as a player, but not as a coach. And I really do believe that St. X, with the talent that they have coming back, will be the team to beat because they have not been there now, and they have done that.
And you remember what it was 2 years ago when they had all that talent.
Yeah.
They beat a Seneca team by 50 during the regular season, and then a month and a half later, the Seneca team wins by big double digits because it was just that pressure and that one team playing loose and one team not so loose.
And you have to have some breaks. Shots have to fall early in the game sometimes. There's just so much to that. People don't talk near enough about the mental side of all sport. I mean, there's a reason why you have sports psychology. There's a reason why all these Olympians have private psychologists. There's a reason for all that, because your mind skills, that's a skill in itself. It's not just about dribbling the basketball or shooting a free throw.
You got to develop it all. And with a minute to play here in the fourth quarter, Manual up 72-57 on Ballard in the varsity girls game. We're going to take a break and we'll keep this pregame show rolling along. Stay with us on Glycod.
Not just blind. Blind Direct. Not just blind.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
a life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable. They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
When you want the right agents for your real estate needs, choose the Van Treese team with True Blood Real Estate. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura Protinick Van Treese combine local knowledge, dedication, and results to help you buy or sell with confidence. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463. Because no other real estate team quite measures up when you experience the True Blood advantage.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. And the Van Treese team with True Blood Real Estate. Experience the True Blood advantage.
Welcome back, Jim Ruther Gymnasium here on the campus of Ballard High School in eastern Louisville, eastern Jefferson County, east side of Metro Louisville, alongside legendary head coach, Coach Emeritus Mark Evans. I'm Paul Najar. Mark, looking forward to a great year in 7th Region. We've got the girls' game over. Ballard falling to the Manual Crimson Lady Crimsons. And now we've got the boys out for warm-ups. We're going to see these guys for the first time. We see the bigs down there for Ballard on the far end. We are on the stage, folks, so it's hard to tell left or right. We've got our camera up there, and Ballard's on the left side of your screen as they warm up, and Manual on the right. And Mark, we've discussed the inside looks to the game. We've discussed some key players. How about these early season jitters and how important it is to not, whether or not you get a win, is to get your season off on a good foot with good performances.
Well, I mean, you're looking for effort and you're looking for execution. That's what you're really looking for. And you're looking for team play. Those are the three things that are really important right off the bat. Each team's a little different, like we already spoke. Your Ballard team is playing some very, very inexperienced players when it comes to the varsity game. Your Manual team tends to have a little bit more experience, but still they're in a different spot because they're filling in bigger roles than they've ever been in before. So I think every beginning of every season, you have people coming in and filling a different role than they've played before, and you just have to see how they react to that opportunity.
And we react to that opportunity is something we're going to react to as well, because as this game rolls along, as this game develops, we'll start seeing right before your eyes, folks. You're going to see, hey, this sophomore, this freshman, this junior, hey, this seldom used senior. There's that undiscovered talent. Do you go into a season with your did you ever? I'm sure you did. When you'd go into a season and you'd have that, you'd tell your staff, let's keep our eyes on this player, on this player, on this player. Let's make sure, because you think this is where they're going to be in 3 months or 4 months by the end of the season.
Well, I mean, it depends on how old they are and how long they've been in your program. But as your program rolls through, if that's what you're speaking on, how you would look at your own team and your own players. Yeah. You can watch them develop, and you can see where the ceiling is. I mean, you always want to have tremendously high expectations of each and every young person you coach, but you also know where they fall and where they are, and there's a lot of intangibles, hard fight, all that other stuff. But ultimately, you have to have the genetics to be able to play the game and play the game well. But yeah, the answer to your question, without being so lengthy, is really, yeah, you see them, and we used to do individuals with them all the time. We did on court, of course, but I would do them behind the scenes. And about once every 2 to 3 weeks, they'd come in front of me and sit down, and I'd have strengths, I'd have things they need to continue to work on, some key points, and we constantly kept a conversation about where they were, and it really made a big difference because they really did understand the roles, and we'd always at Christmas time they'd always come to my house, and we'd always hang out, and they'd stay, whatever. Right. And then what they would do is they'd break down, they'd do some paperwork, who they saw, it was confidential just for the coaches, who they saw as the leaders on the team, who should have the ball when it matters the most, whether you're an inside or an outside player. And they were very, very honest. Every once in a while you would get that kid that was really, really way off the mark. But for the most part, the young people out there, they know. So it's just up to a coach to just continue to develop every one of them that you have on your team.
I see, and you see the Manual coaching staff watching their warm-ups. You see the Ballard staff down there watching theirs. You got the cheerleaders. You got this Ballard student section looking full. You've got Man, this is going to be a rockin' arena. And right behind us, folks, we are sitting on the stage. And right behind us, we are under this is the manual basket for the first half, is the pep band. So might be hard-pressed at times to hear, but we'll try and we'll do our best to keep our voices in your ear during the broadcast. We'll take a break. We're about 10-12 minutes from tip-off. Stay with us. More to come. It is Louisville Basketball Friday on Glycod.
Red Ball Recycling is Southern Indiana's #1 recycling choice for a reason. We offer top dollar for all scrap metal. We can buy steel, copper, aluminum, brass, junk cars, and more. Call or stop by Red Ball Recycling and turn your scrap metal into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This is the mower that cut the lawn, that became the place their kids grew up. The legendary Exmark Laser Z is the zero-turn mower more landscape pros trust. For cut quality, comfort, and reliability. Exmark, official mowers of the backyard life. Visit your local dealer or explore the Exmark Laser Z online for special finance offers, available now.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
You cannot depend on Oliver's parallel parking.
Hey, you got it, man!
But you can always depend on his car starting because he has an Interstate battery. Interstate batteries, outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
And welcome back to Ballard's High School Jim Ruther Gymnasium. And we've got starting lineups coming up to you in just a moment. Tonight's starting lineups are brought to you by Interstate Batteries. Get started with Interstate Batteries. They're outrageously dependable. Interstate Battery starting lineup first for we have the homestanding Ballard Bruins. And it will be at guard, a 6'2 freshman, number 0, Quentin Woods. Also at guard, a 5'8 senior, number 11, Jaden Culver. And the third guard, he's just a sophomore, wearing number 12. He's a 5'10 sophomore, Barron Clay. At forward, a 6'4 senior, number 5, Joseph Jones. And at center, the big man, number 23, 6'10 freshman, Mason Grivna. For Coach Willis, again, that is Woods, Culver, Clay, Jones, and Grivna. 3 out, 2 in for Coach Willis and his Ballard Bruins. Now for the visiting Manual Crimson and Coach Michael Coleman. At guard, 5'9 sophomore, he wears number 1, Dario Harper. Also at guard, the 6'2 senior, speedy, athletic, and a defensive hound. He wears number 4, Jeff Njogu. And at forward, the 6'4 senior, the wingman, He makes this team go. He's number 11, Ahmad Shelton. Also at forward, a 6'4 senior, number 15, Mark Woods. And rounding out the starting five in the middle, the 6'6 senior, number 23, Deshaun McGee. So your starting lineups brought to you by Interstate Batteries. Get started with Interstate Batteries. They're outrageously dependable. Again, for visiting head coach Michael Coleman and his Manual Crimsons, it is Harper, Njoku, Shelton, Woods, and McGee. Should be a good matchup here. Okay, just watching them, seeing the eagerness in their faces. It's their first Friday night game of the season, and you're in a packed house at Ballard High School. Where else would you want to be, right?
Nowhere else. I mean, it's what high school basketball is supposed to be. There for a while, especially around COVID and after COVID, even the fans, it dropped off a little bit. But this is a big time rivalry, and it's been going on for a little bit of time. I love the crowd. Great student sections.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's great to see young people coming out to watch their buddies on the court tonight. It's fantastic tonight.
And what's the strange thing about this rivalry is through the years, Manual has only won one game in this rivalry, and it was 2 years ago. They were 0 for 34, I believe it was, and now they've got one win in this series through the years. Not always played only because of the district, sort of the tough district that Manual would be in, or the tough district Ballard would be in, but a great traditional rivalry between two terrific public institutions here in Jefferson County.
Yeah, two very strong institutions, both run by, as far as the athletic departments, by very good ADs, and and they have great coaching staffs across the board, boys and girls. I mean, they both put a lot into their athletics, and the people appreciate it. So it's great to look out there tonight and just see so many people and so many familiar faces.
And again, our tonight's starting lineups were brought to you by Interstate Batteries. Get started with Interstate Batteries. They're outrageously dependable. For Manual, it's Harper and Njoku, Shelton, Woods, and McGee. And for Ballard, Woods, Culver, Clay, Jones, and Grivna. Grivna, the 6'10 freshman, and Deshaun McGee, the 6'6 senior from Manual, matching up inside tonight. That should be a fun watch for sure. So there's the buzzer. Warm-up's just about winding down. The band getting ready to play, and I'm sure they'll be starting with the national anthem in just a moment. Starting lineups and all the pageantry that comes with it is Louisville Basketball Friday. Stay with us on Glycod.
You cannot depend on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup? No, thank you.
But you can always depend on her car starting because she has an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
Red Ball Recycling is Southern Indiana's #1 recycling choice for a reason. We offer top dollar for all scrap metal. We can buy steel, copper, aluminum, brass, junk cars, and more. Call or stop by Red Ball Recycling and turn your scrap metal into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
This is the mower that cut the lawn, that became the place their kids grew up. The legendary Exmark Laser Z is the zero-turn mower more landscape pros trust. For cut quality, comfort, and reliability. Exmark. official mowers of the backyard life. Visit your local dealer or explore the Exmark Laser Z online for special finance offers. Available now.
You cannot depend on Beth to choose the best meal to go.
Is that soup? No, thank you.
But you can always depend on her car starting because she has an Interstate battery. Outrageously dependable.
Come by Interstate Batteries, 1510 Production Road, Jeffersonville.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
And here we go. The tip is won by Grivna. That was a quick. We were expecting the national anthem, but here we are, alongside legendary Coach Emeritus Mark Evans, Paul Najar. It is Ballard first with the ball. Grivna won that tip. Backdoor cut. Sweetly done. Baron Clay for the deuce.
Yeah, excellent give and go, Paul. Ballard came out, Maynard came out in a good man-to-man, but Ballard responded well right off the bat, like we talked about.
And with the three attempt right away, Deshaun McGee missed that one, but inside, they get the rebound to the Crimson, and they will, it will be Jeff Njoku. Njoku is everywhere you need him to be.
Yeah, we were both very impressed with him last year. He's very, very active. He's a very active guard. He's always around the basketball. He's always good for a good offensive board or two.
I want to remind everyone, this series, since 1998, that's 27 years, they've played 34 times. Ballard has won 33. The win for Manual came in 2023, 2 years ago, in this gymnasium. Njoku hits one of two, so it's 2-1 as officials for tonight's game. Richard Price, one of the all-time very, very good ones for the last 25, 30 years, and there is a steal by Shelton. Shelton all the way in, the hoop and the harm, as Joseph Jones called with a foul.
Yeah, we spoke early about the importance of taking care of the basketball, and be a long night for the Bruins if we turn it over that quick and that easy and that end of the court.
And very good transitioning from the officials as well, as we mentioned, Richard Price, Greg Zimmerman, and Eric Dixon, the three officials for tonight's contest.
Well, there's nobody better than Richard Price. Greg Zimmerman is fantastic. The other person I just don't know. They have some very good new officials, though. But I would say this crew will be excellent being in this game tonight.
And you need it because this is some excellent talent on the court. And after that three-point finish for Ahmad Shelton, it's 5-2 Manual over Ballard. Njoku hit both free throws. They just didn't put them up till late. And there is that corner three from Jaden Culver off the mark. And McGee rips down the rebound. Shelton rips down the rebound.
Pretty good job of the Bruins for getting back on defense that time, though.
McGee with the high screen for Harper. Harper gets it to Shelton, and there's his game, inside and out. You saw the steal and the three-point play on the hoop and harm, and now you see the three outside. 6 straight for Ahmad Shelton. Inside to Grivna, the big man. 2 dribbles, the slam, can't get it to go.
Yeah, but we talked earlier, Paul, about drop steps and footwork by number 23, the big freshman. Pretty good footwork that time, just missed the dunk.
Exacting footwork, which means you get that right, you're going to get quicker with it. A long rebound off the 3 miss from Mark Woods, and Harper follows it up with a 3 miss. Shelton gets the rebound deep in the corner, turns it over, and right out front. And that is Ballard number 2, is not on our roster of players. Interesting. We're going to have to effort our number 2 for Ballard.
Well, we'll need to know who he is because he is quick as lightning and reads passing lanes really well.
Yes, he does. We got number 12, Baron Clay. We'll get... Oh, it's Aubrey Jones-Williams. No, that's number 2 for Manuel. Grivna, there was his footwork was good, but it wasn't good enough. It was just a little bit of a shuffle. It was just a little bit of a shuffle there. And Coach Michael Coleman for Manuel directing his offense now against this Ballard man-to-man defense. It is Jeff Njogu starting the offense. He gets it to Dario Harper. Harper inside to McGee. Left side, Njogu. He drives baseline. 14-footer, little fadeaway. Off the mark, rebound Grivna. And here comes Culver for the Bruins. Culver got a huge screen from Grivna, but he couldn't go anywhere because right there was Ahmad Shelton, and right there was Shelton forcing Culver wide. He ends up stepping out of bounds. Man, Shelton's an impressive player.
Yes, he is, and he plays tough on both ends. We're into 3 turnovers in the first 3 minutes.
And then you see a beautiful pass, and Njoku with the layup, and he points to his teammates. Nice job. Way to go. Get me that open look. It's a 7-point lead for Manuel, the visitors. That 3 attempt missed, and the rebound comes down to Njoku. He's going to go all the way. He finds a corner, wide open 3, and the Mark Woods drains that one, and it's a 12-2 Manuel lead early. 4:53 to play. Louisville Basketball Friday. We'll take a 1-minute break here and return. More first quarter action on Glycod.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Welcome back to Ballard High School Jim Ruther Gymnasium. Just 3 minutes and 7 seconds in, and this Manuel Crimson team up 12-2. Mark, they've hit 2 threes, got another 3-point play. Or actually, I think they've hit 3 threes, haven't they? Have they hit 3 or 2 threes?
I have two.
And then they had the 3-point play
Correct.
as well. So they're up 12-2 early. What's impressed you about this first 3 minutes of action?
Well, ball movement. Ball movement has been excellent. Great inside, outside to kick to the 3-pointers. And some give and goes and some really, really good offensive team play right now. And they really have Ballard spread out in their defense, so they're really taking advantage of their gaps.
Baron Clay missed that 3, but it was a foul on. That is number 2 for Ballard, who we don't have on our roster anywhere. Will effort that young man. McGee with a 3. Off the mark, but who's there with it for the rebound? Shelton. He lost it. Good hands by Jaden Culver. He leads the break. Lobs it up for the big man, Grivna. Grivna can't get it to go. Willis out to Shelton. Shelton loses the handle. And other way goes Ballard. Up and down action. 7th region. Another lob attempt from Baron Clay, but that was picked off. Woods all the way down. Can't get it to go. And it was out of bounds off of Culver, who was down on the ground, and it will stay with the Crimson.
Well, this is a very, very talented bunch of this Crimson group. They can get up and down the court.
Can you imagine what practice is like with guys playing this hard? My goodness, this is exactly what Michael Coleman expected of his team. He wants to see them play like they practice. Hard, and harder.
He said he wanted to work on their offensive execution.
And there
tonight.
is.
Offensive execution so far been pretty daggone good.
Good spacing, too, as McGee takes it to the rack and draws a foul on Grivna, his first. with one. Misses that first. Coach Willis is already going to get a warning, I believe. As the officials, he was giving an earful.
Yeah, I think Coach Willis sees his team in a little bit of trouble. They got out the other night in their game against North Odom and got down pretty far right off the bat.
Early, down 13, yeah.
It's almost deja vu out here tonight, so I'm sure he's just trying to gain every little edge and advantage as he can, because this Crimson bunch, very, very, very aggressive with their hands, but I don't see a whole lot of fouling. I just see a whole lot of
speed,
quickness and good footwork and pushing the ball and running the court.
Into the game for Ballard, Jackson Hanners, 5'10 senior. He replaces Jaden Culver. And it's not like they're trying to force it to Grivna, but the last 3 times offensive possessions, they were, and all 3 have ended up a missed alley-oop, and then 2 steals as McGee going to get called for the reach.
Yeah, you had to like Grivna on that one, though, because he backed himself in. They doubled down on him, and he stood strong. That's strong for a 6'10" freshman.
Good wide base.
Strong.
Yes. And they get it into Grivna, way out front, near the top of the circle. He dribbles right, turns, looks for a cutter, and he finds Baron Clay. Baron Clay loses the handle. That's Njoku, but Clay comes right back with the rejection of Njoku, and into the game for Ballard as another number that we don't have, big man, number 10. And into the game for Manuel is number 33, Les Hall, 6'6" junior. He's wearing those pink shoes. As Ron Price, the official, says to Grivna, hey, get that shirt tucked in, big fella. Oh, and they try to go to that backside 3 in the corner, and just in between a bounce pass and a chest pass, out of bounds.
Continue to pick up, Crimson just continues to pick up full man, and boy, we're going to work them. There's going to be some tired Bruins after this game's over with tonight.
They'll get their money's worth getting the ball up court, and there's Njoku, and he is going to get charged with the body there. Charge.
Well, the one thing with the rules as they are nowadays, got to watch that 5th foul early in that quarter, or you'll be shooting free throws, and that can completely change the tempo of this game.
And I love that they've gone to that in the high school level. 8-minute quarters. You get 5 fouls. The 5th one is the bonus. Ballard already has 4 fouls. Manuel has 3. And inside to Grivna it goes. Baron Clay found him, but he's got to kick it back out. And that 3 in and out by Quentin Woods. Rebound comes down to, that was Ahmad Shelton. And there's a steal up ahead. Baron Clay can't get it to go, but Grivna, the big man, follows it home. Good movement there. Hanners with the steal. He found Clay, and Grivna finishes Clay's miss.
Yeah, Grivna's extremely active, that's for sure. He does a good job down in the offensive end. Needs to be real careful turning his back when he's in the lane, though, because they're looking to double him every single time.
That 3 from Les Hall, no good. Rebound Manuel, and they're going to scrap for it. There's going to be a held ball and a little skirmish there, but they're going to call a travel on the Manuel rebounder. The Manuel rebounder, Anthony Wheat, the 6'2 freshman, and number 30, William Thompson, the 6'1 guard, the junior, in for Manuel. So reset, Dario Harper, William Thompson, Anthony Wheat. They've got Les Hall and Ahmad Shelton. 2 starters, 3 reserves. Great drive by Clay. Finishes with the left on the crossover at the rim.
Yeah, that's that last year's experience. Baron played a lot of time and took that right to the hole. We talked about transition defense.
In and out on the 3. Shelton with the rebound, can't get it to go. And Ballard comes down with it. Baron Clay looks like a completely different person this year. He's taller, he's bigger, he's stronger, and he's faster.
Absolutely.
Into the corner.
Nice little elbow pull-up, just didn't go down.
And they'll call timeout with 1:21 to play here in the first quarter. Manual had a 12-2 lead, I believe, and now it's just 13-6. So Ballard making a little run. It's a 30-second timeout. We'll take a 30 and return. Ballard High School, Louisville Basketball Friday on Glycod.
Folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Welcome back to Louisville Basketball Friday alongside Coach Emeritus Mark Evans. I'm Paul Najar. And Mark, a good response in the last couple of minutes from Ballard. What have they done a little better get back in this in the first quarter?
I think the Crimsons have helped them a little bit. Crimsons are reaching quite a bit and getting called for those fouls now. So it's really negated all their hustle.
And there was a lot of hustle there. Anthony Wheat on that air ball, he saved it. It was going out of bounds, but they couldn't pick it up out of bounds off Manuel. So Baron Clay brings it up court with just over a minute to play in this first quarter. Clay high left, goes right. He's against Will Thompson, creates space. Clay with a long three, no good. Rebound comes down to the Crimson. That was Jeremiah Stevens, number 5, a 6'2 junior.
No change in the defenses. Both of them are sticking with their man-to-man.
Dario Harper. There's the man, Les Hall, the 6'6 junior. He fires up that three, 10-point lead. Culver, nice move into the lane. He pitches it to Hanners. Hanners top of the key, gets it over left side. There's Clay. He drives, finds Grivna. Grivna gets fouled on the way up by Les Hall. He can't finish the flush. I imagine in a year or two, that will be a three-point play.
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt about it.
It might be later.
It might be later in this year. Yeah,
later this year.
Yeah, he's just playing a little bit high, and I think his legs, he just needs a little bit more bounce right now. But I think he definitely has the hop.
Grivna puts it up and good. And he'll have a second opportunity. 18-9 against North Oldham, earlier this week. And Grivna hits both.
Yeah, beautiful stroke. He's 5 of 5 against North Oldham from the free throw line, and I can see why. He's got a beautiful stroke from the free throw line.
Yes, he does. And there's the steal. He kicks it up ahead. Does he save it? No, he can't. As we get to 10 seconds, there is Thompson. And they try and find a corner three, but they can't get it. The steal with 4-3. They got Grivna underneath. They can't get it to him. Culver finds him, and he lays it up at the buzzer and good. At the end of the first quarter, it is Manuel 16, Ballard 10. Louisville Basketball Friday will roll along. Second quarter action straight ahead on Glycod.
A Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tinsley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tinsley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Welcome back, Louisville basketball Friday night. First possession of this second quarter for the Manual Crimson. Oh, you like the way Les Hall just turns and shoots that jumper from the free throw line, but can't get it to go. Ballard with the rebound, and here come the Bruins. Culver finds Grivna down low. Grivna has to throw it back out. Can they retrieve it? Yes, they can. And this is into the lane. He keeps his dribble, looks for Grivna. It gets kicked out. There's the corner three. The two players we don't have yet. And the rebound comes down to the Crimson. That was Ahmad Shelton. Dario Harper gets it across half court. They're playing man-to-man still.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not.
They just
they're just switching when they need to.
When he came up court, and let's hear. Who's that foul? Oh, apparently not even the PA announcer's announcing the foul. As number 2 is second. He takes a seat, as does number 10, the two players. We will get their numbers. We are on the band. We were in front of the band on the stage, so it's very difficult to access the Scorer's table, yes. And good hands by Culver. This looks like 9-on-5 down on this end, Mark. All the guys from Ballard, you got two guys who aren't even on the team yet officially standing up. You got two coaches, and it looks like 9-on-5 on that side. They're crazy. Oh, Grivna with the big block of Mark Woods. Woods tried to go inside. He gets the big block on him. Grivna way outside. 2 dribbles, spins, and he dragged that foot. That's the second time he's done that. He's got to watch that one little move. He takes that extra hop, Mark.
Paul, I think what he really needs to do is get his body on someone, because what he's doing is blindly turning. He likes to turn his back to the defense. He runs into a lot of double teams that way, both in the lane and in the paint.
And if they pull the chair out from under him, that extra step happens.
Yeah.
There's Dario Harper, straight on 3, and a good assist there from Jeremiah Stevens. Oh, and there is a big, well, if there was better position, they would have gotten the call on Jackson Hanners, but instead, Jackson Hanners recognized he had position, and he goes full throttle right into the defender, Mark Woods, for his first foul for Manual. Both teams just 1 foul in the quarter.
Yeah, give Mark Woods credit, though. He was one to stay in there and take that charge. That's a really important thing to be able to do. It really slows down the momentum of another team.
Ballard tried to get it into Quentin Woods, and a tie-up leads to Ballard possession. They'll have the ball out near midcourt on the left side. This is one, there we go. That's a guy that can get you to go 3 feet, give you space. They get it into Clay. Clay, top of the key to Grivna. Grivna hands it off. Oh, nice steal taken away by Stevens, but deflected right back. And now Dario Harper all the way down. He stops, pops a little 5-footer, and Manual out to 11-point lead.
Started off where they began.
And that is Joseph Jones for the 3. He can't hit it. Woods comes down with the rebound. Woods down the left side, and he finds a streaking Stevens, blocked by Joseph Jones. Out to Harper, his 3 off. Rebound Grivna, clears it.
They like that high pick and roll. I could see why.
Yeah. And that was Clay getting fouled on his way to the hoop.
Like 2-man game with Grivna and Clay.
And
looks
the
pretty
foul,
good.
I believe, was on number 4, Jeff Njogu, and that's his second, team's second. That ball goes into the backcourt. Coach, this is where I would like to see, if it bounces in the front court and goes to the backcourt, that should be over and back.
No, I mean, it's where you pick the ball up.
That's where it is. Yeah.
So the ball can bounce on either side of the court. Yeah. You just make sure you pick the ball up on the backside on that. Yeah.
And now a substitution in for Manual. Hold on. They've got all kinds of stuff going on, and there's going to be a 30-second timeout So we'll take a break. When we return, 5:14 to go, second quarter. Manual up 11 on Ballard. It's Louisville Basketball Friday on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Welcome back. It's Louisville Basketball Friday on Glycod. Manual Crimson leading on the road at Ballard, 21-10 here in the second quarter. Want to make sure you know that we know who Ballard's number 2 is, Malachi Towns, and number 10, Jackson Strite. So we'll have those guys. Thanks for the effort there from Josh, our camera guy, and Nick, our producer. They go inside. Oh, physical play there from McGee. Helps get that steal.
Just a little late on that pass, Bob. He was open, but just didn't send enough.
Nice little weave, and oh my goodness, he got his head taken off. Wow, but that goes right to Ahmad Shelton's spin move off glass. I believe that's 8 points for Shelton. Nice shimmy shake by Joseph Jones, but he loses the handle on the floor. Look at that. That's Shelton and Jones fighting for it, and they're going to call a foul on who are they going to call the foul on? That is number 5. It's on Joseph Jones. Manual possession.
Ballard just got a little bit stagnant, Paul.
Yeah.
I mean, it's doing a little bit of standing and really watching Baron Clay work off of Grivna, and so that's need a little bit better ball movement.
And that's what we saw last year. Probably a little more two-man game than Ballard wanted to play, but Jackson Henner's in for Jones for Ballard on defense. Man-to-man, that's 3 from McGee, in and out, no good. Culver almost grabbed that rebound, but couldn't get his second hand on it. Possession stays with Manual. It goes out to Dario Harper, the 5'9" sophomore, in charge of running this team. He's small but tough as nails. He handed it off there to Aubrey Jones-Williams, who gives it to Woods. And Mark Woods, the 6'4" senior. Nice mid-range 8-footer. Rattles it home.
Beautiful job of just spinning back the opposite way and making that shot. That's a tough shot to make.
And Aubrey Jones-Williams, the 5'9" freshman, just dogged it on Baron Clay. Baron Clay gets loose, can't hit it, and he got pushed. The rebounder, and there Clay finds. Clay just went after it. Clay probably should have been called for a foul on Woods there, but he got the steal, and he found Jaden Culver for the layup.
It's a physical game. Both these teams are super quick. But like I said, the officials are doing a great job.
They are. Look, it's physical. That's all we need to know. Yeah. It's tough, and you got to be tough. Oh, the backdoor cut leads to a break. Culver has to track it down from Grivna. Culver fakes the 3 against Woods, finds Grivna in the middle of the lane. He digs it up and good, and it's the Manual lead now cut to 11 at 25-14. 3 minutes to go.
Grivna went away from his dunk that time. I'm a little surprised.
Harper takes his time, bringing it across half court. Moves left, hands it off. Woods has to track it down. Top of the key. Woods gives it to McGee. Gives him a screen, but that's going to be an offensive foul. Woods was moving, and that will be another foul on Manual. Their 4th of the quarter. One more, and it will be automatic 2 free throws for every foul for Ballard.
Well, Ballard ought to be attacking on this possession.
In for the game for Manual, 5'9" freshman, number 21, Dawson Sparks. You see him ready to pick up full court, as well as William Thompson is back in, number 30. Clay gives to Culver. Culver into the lane, lays it up and good.
Beautiful play.
And that's where you love to see that guard interchange action.
Absolutely. Turned the corner well and finished well.
No extra steps.
Yeah, a little weak on the weak side help by the Manual Crimsons that time, though. They got caught ball watching.
McGee between the legs, trying to get by Grivna, loses the handle. Another turnover for Manual, and here comes Ballard. The lead is only 9. 3, big one, got it, and you know that's going to happen. And there is a timeout as Quentin Woods, the 6'2 freshman, drains the 3 in transition, and the lead is only 6, 25-19 Manual. We will take a quick break. Let's see if it's a 30. It's a full timeout, so we'll take a break here. Stay with us. Louisville Basketball Friday on Glycod.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Welcome back to Jim Ruther Gymnasium here at Ballard High School. Stars on display tonight. Mark Evans, this Ballard team down 13 and now have hit 7-0 run. They're now down 6.
Yeah, they got a little bit stagnant, I thought, Paul. They started standing around a little bit and watching 2 of their players play, and everyone else was really not in the game. And then all of a sudden, Coach made an adjustment, and they ran a little dribble weave and got a good layup. And then all of a sudden, they're 4-4, and now everybody's involved.
And you got to see how Manual's going to respond. They got a freshman in there, Aubrey Jones-Williams, with William Thompson. And they've got Shelton and McGee and Anthony Wheat, number 20, another freshman. Freshman to freshman screen. He gives it up to McGee. Cross court it goes to Thompson. Corner. And there is that freshman. And knockdown 3, Dawson Sparks. They hit a 3 one way, the freshman Quentin Woods for Ballard. And there's the steals. They tried to get it to Grivna up ahead. And that is, Dawson Sparks sparking 5-0 run on his own. Up it goes. Grivna can't get it. And it comes down to Shelton. Out to 3 for Thompson. And Will Thompson, the junior, drains it. And it's 8 straight for Manual coming out of the timeout. And there's a steal. Sparks the other way. Drops it back. Thompson 3. Can't get it to go. There's Shelton. Finds McGee. And it comes down to Wheat. Wheat pulls it out. Backdoor cut to Sparks. Sparks, he probably got pushed, shoved, fouled, grabbed, and held, but his feet moved first.
Yeah, Coach Forrest always talks about game of runs. We've seen him in this one.
Woo! A 7-0 run for Ballard, now an 8-0 run followed up by an 8-0 run for Manual.
We're back to 33-19.
A Sparks 3, a Thompson 3, and a Sparks 2. Under a minute to play.
Great action, though, Paul. Great action.
This doesn't feel like December 5th basketball, Mark.
Other than the turnovers.
Yes. I mean, I could take 6-8 quarters of this type of play. Just keep getting after it. This is what makes high school basketball in this Commonwealth so fun. And this is just the 7th region. Only one team comes out of it, and there are 2 hands full of teams that could that live in this 7th region, and any given night make it happen. As Jaden Culver hits the first free throw, 5 fouls in the quarter on Manual. So Culver, 2 free throws, hits the first.
Well, Culver's really been a big lift in the second quarter. He's probably got about 6 or so just in the second quarter, taking the ball to the basket. He's a good little player also. I remember him from last year.
Yes, taking the ball to the basket, getting to the free throw line, and helping his teammates score as well. 35 seconds remain in this second
2-2-1 press.
Good pressure, and they've got to get this ball over half court. They do to Dario Harper. 20. Drives baseline, does Jeremiah Stevens, and it's out of bounds. They're gonna get together, the officials. And the officials are going to warn Mikael Coleman for coming out of the coach's box, going to the other official about, hey, it was a tip pass. But Jeremiah Stevens, a 6'2 junior, turned that one over. 12-point lead, 16.7 to play, as Culver brings it across half court against Harper. Both teams tough man-to-man all night.
Well, they're working Baron Clay off the wing now. They moved him off the point, give him some scoring opportunity.
They get a hand on that, but that three at the buzzer. The freshman, Quentin Woods, his second of the night. He hit the first three for Ballard, and his second three closes the Manual lead at the half to 9. It's Manual 33, Ballard 24. Halftime programming on Louisville Basketball Friday. Straight ahead, stay with us on Glycod.
A Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time. Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer. Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
When you bundle home and auto, life can be easier. You choose coverage that makes sense for you, at a price that's right for you, and a local State Farm agent who's there for you.
Call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Oldham County today.
Welcome to Holy Smokes Barbecue.
At Holy Smokes Barbecue, our pitmasters smoke up mouth-watering ribs, chicken, brisket, mutton, and more. From sandwiches to full dinners, with a complete list of sides and desserts. Holy Smokes Barbecue. Just tell them that the man in the big white hat sent you.
Order up.
How's the pork chop taste?
It's pretty good. It's the best one I've ever had.
Holy Smokes Barbecue. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you.
When you want the right agents for your real estate needs, choose the Van Treese team with True Blood Real Estate. Former University of Louisville basketball star Stephen Van Treese and his wife Laura Protinick Van Treese combine local knowledge, dedication, and results to help you buy or sell with confidence. Contact the Van Treese team at 502-468-1463. Because no other real estate team quite measures up when you experience the True Blood advantage.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Tinsley Family Concessions, a tradition of corporate excellence and community service. For more, visit tfcfamily.com.
25 or 6-4 in our ears, Mark, but it's 33-24, Manual over Ballard here at halftime. A really thrilling first half of action at Ballard High School in this big 7th region tilt between two really good teams.
I think you see the experience of the Crimson out there, Manual. But you see the no give up of the Ballard group. I mean, they really are fighters. And I think one of the greatest things they did was they got Jaden Culver more involved. So they became a little bit more balanced.
And when you say Jaden Culver, you mean him involved more at the point.
And more in the offense.
And give.
Yeah. Earlier there was a lot more two-man game with the high pick and roll. And they've added him to the mix, and I think it's really helped them.
I want to remind everyone that tonight's broadcast would not be possible without the support of our corporate partners. Please let them know how much you appreciate their commitment to providing free-to-watch high school athletics programming on Glycod. So we've got, wait a minute, it's 33-24 is what it should be on our Glycod scoreboard. When we return, we'll have scores from around the area on our ticker. Tonight's scoreboard presented by the Van Treese with True Blood Real Estate. And no other real estate team measures up. True Blood Real Estate, our scoreboard sponsor for tonight. So we'll take our second break of the half. When we return, we'll take a look at the scores around the state and have some halftime stats for you as well. Stay with us. Louisville Basketball Friday on Glycod.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service. And that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
Hey, I didn't order any pizza.
Jake from State Farm. After you saved me so much dough on insurance with that Parker promo, I devised a promo for you.
Here's the deal, Parker. State Farm offers everyone surprisingly great rates.
Right. Pepperoni pockets, cuckoo crusties.
There's no promo, it's just great rates.
And a side of ranch.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
This is the mower that cut the lawn, that became the place their kids grew up. The legendary Exmark Laser Z is the zero-turn mower more landscape pros trust. For cut quality, comfort, and reliability. Exmark, official mowers of the backyard life. Visit your local dealer or explore the Exmark Laser Z online for special finance offers, available now.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Welcome back to Louisville Basketball Friday on Glycod. Here is a look at our scoreboard tonight, presented by the Van Treese with True Blood Real Estate. No other real estate team measures up. Male defeated Trinity 69-55 in another one of these great 7th region early season matchups. We have Christian Academy of Louisville 32, Seneca 30 in midway through the third. And then we have Wagoner up at Shelby County. Wagoner up 44-38 late in the third. And then PRP up 31-25 at J-Town over J-Town, 31-25 in the third as well. That is tonight's scoreboard presented by the Van Treese with True Blood Real Estate. No other real estate team measures up. Now our halftime stats brought to you by German American Bank, building community since 1910. Mark Evans, talk about these stats, the interesting ones for sure.
Well, yeah, it's a carbon copy for Ballard of the other night against North Odom. So far in the first half, field goals wise, they're 9 of 21 for 42%. Good from the free throw line at 4 of 4, but the 3-pointers are what got them the other night is getting them again. They're only 2 of 9 for 22%. And then you flip the switch and look at the leader on the scoreboard up by 9, and you got Manual, the Crimson. They're 11 of 22, about 50% from the field. They're 3 of 5 from the free throw line, but the change is 3-pointers are 7 of 13 for 53%. That's been the difference, and turnovers has been the difference.
Tonight's halftime stats brought to you by German American Bank, building community since 1910. Manual with first possession. They spread the floor, move it around. Njoku, top of the key, right side, high right to Woods. Woods out to Harper, and Harper kicking it to McGee. Back to Harper in the corner. 5'8", guarded by 6'10". Harper, he gets it down low. Woods getting pushed, pushes back. The fadeaway off the baseline. Look at that, Mark Woods, the 6'4" senior. And that is a really nice mid-range game. Hit an 8-10-footer earlier in the lane in that second quarter as well. There's a steal by McGee. He fronts Grivna, goes down to lay it up. And that is Deshaun McGee.
Well, I think that's very interesting coming out of that second half, and you got Grivna guarding a guard way out off the floor. It takes away all of his block shot abilities and everything else. They might want to think about some zone, or they might want to think about sagging him off and playing somebody else.
And a nice cut by Culver. He gets the catch, and he lays that up on the left side with the right hand in traffic. All the way down Harper, he finds. That is going to be a travel on Ahmad Shelton. So, possession to Manuel. If you're interested in a corporate partnership with Glycod on our high school athletics platform or have a programming idea, drop us a note at info@glycod.com. Drop us a 3. Quentin Woods, the 6'2" freshman. He has all 3 of Ballard's threes, and they've come here early in the third quarter and late in the second quarter.
Well, great job once again by, I know we said his name over and over again, but by Jaden Culver driving and kicking to the open 3-point shooter and knowing who can make the shot. Just an excellent job. And like I said, since he's been more actively involved, they've been a lot better looking on the offensive end of the court.
They're giving Barron Clay a little bit of a rest off the ball, as well as giving him a different angle to attack. So 5 straight points, 2 from Culver, and then Culver gets the assist on the drive and the kick for the 3 for Quentin Woods. It's 37-29, 8-point lead for Manuel. Harper up high to Woods. Woods goes into the lane, kicks it right corner. And inside it goes to Ahmad Shelton. Shelton from Njoku for the layup.
It would be interesting, Paul, to see what would happen if they pick out the poorest scorer on the Manual Crimson team and just play a
box of 1.
No, play Grivna. Just let him play in the paint. Take away all that and just invite the non-shooter to shoot. Now, Coach Coleman probably has 5 shooters on the court, so that would nullify any of that. But it's just interesting to see him keep drawing them out away from the basket like that on the defensive end.
Baron Clay gets it to Grivna. Grivna faces up. One dribble. There's Woods. Woods on fire. His 4th 3. All 4 Ballard threes from the freshman, Quentin Woods.
Inside out, Paul. That was a great job. Once again, Grivna turned strong. They looked to double. He kicked it out to the open shooter, and by gosh, he knocked it down.
And the 3 on the other end by Woods. This was Mark Woods off the side of the backboard, but Manuel tracks it down. There's a streaking. Oh, and Njoku rejected by Grivna. And Grivna gets that block like you wanted, right by the basket.
Absolutely. That's where he needs to be playing.
And taking a rest is Joseph Jones for Ballard. And in for Jones is Malachi Towns, number 2. He's with the headband.
Yeah, matchups are going to be very, very important on the defensive end as well as the offensive end for both these teams.
Oh, and Baron Clay gets called for the push. And if he wasn't getting called for the push right there, the next second, and that would have been Coach Price's, or if the official, Ron Price, he would have been saying, you're getting called, young man, for the hook.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And look at this defensive pressure from Malachi Towns. He's Ballard's Njoku. He just plays hard on both ends of the floor. He's stopping Harper. 5-second call, great defense. Harper couldn't shake loose from Malachi Towns. He forced it. He forced the Ballard that was Shelton, Ahmad Shelton, trying to find a teammate to get it into. So the turnover. Ballard looking to cut the lead. It's 7 now, but Culver turns it over. They fire it up. McGee can't put it down. And there is a foul.
Yeah, Culver just got too deep that time. Had nowhere to go, and no one dropped to the opposite sideline for him.
And then there was no foul. I'm sorry. 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. It was out of bounds. Manuel. That cross-court pass to Baron Clay. Nice with the finger roll on the baseline.
Great job of passing out of that trap to the farthest end of the corner where they needed to be. Just an excellent job.
The last time it was a 5-point lead. It was 7-2. 10-second call, and Ballard is coming out hot in this second half.
Well, their defense is leading them, and their great shot selections taking care of things. There's a lot of drives, kicks to the open 3, but their defense has really picked up, Paul.
Indeed it has, and Culver will.
Well, they're matching the physicality that we saw in the first half with Manuel right now. That's
Culver,
what Ballard's been doing.
Into the lane, kicks it to corner Towns. The 3, no good. Rebounded by the smallest guy on the court, Dario Harper. Up ahead to McGee. McGee stops, gets it to Harper to start the offense. Harper against Culver. McGee high left. It's Njoku.
Just turning their offense.
Shelton gets pushed, gets it tipped away, and he finds Thompson for a 3. That looked no good. Rebound, long arms from McGee. Straight on 3 from Harper, no good. And the rebound out of bounds off of Manuel. It will be Bruin possession. And in for the Bruins, Jackson Strite. He gives Grivna, the big man, a rest. And Quentin Woods comes out. And in for Woods is Ballard only has 4. Oh, Woods stays in. Okay. Here comes Baron Clay, the sophomore, number 12.
This will test Ballard's depth right here.
Oh, nice setup there from Culver, but he can't get by. And he turns it over, trying to throw it across half court. McGee with the step through, can't get it to go. Rebound, Thompson wore for it. And it comes out off of the foot of McGee, and Ballard ball right in front of the Ballard student section, which is packed over there.
Well, in the first half, Manual was so physical with the Ballard Bruins, and now that physicality is being matched and exceeded by the Bruins. I just don't know how long their depth's going to hold out for them right now.
Thompson to Strike, gets it back. Now Strike, top of the key, 3. Got it. Jackson Strike rattles one home, and it's a 2-point lead for Manual. Ballard coming all the way back here. McGee gets a screen, gets into the corner, wing 3. Harper got it. Harper, the sophomore, 5'9", if that. And a 5-point lead for Manual. Culver into the lane. Woods 3, no good. And there's the rebound, comes down. One hand ripped by Deshaun McGee, and the other hand was tied up with Jackson Strike. So Strike with the foul. And the official, Ron Price, doing a really good job. The Manual bench is all up and on the floor. So
does the Ballard bench.
That's what I meant, the Ballard bench. Yeah. That's what it was. And they're into it, and that's awesome. It's great to see.
They're not questioning calls right now. They're pulling for their kids.
Exactly.
But it's a tight sideline over there. Just look how tight it is.
Yeah, it's a tight sideline, and they're just being emotional. That's what happens. Barron Clay getting a rest. 2:43 left in this third quarter.
I look for Barron to just get a minute or less, and then I look for Culver to get a break by Clay.
Yeah.
I think both one or two of those have to be in at all times.
McGee gets it back from Njoku. He gets a screen, going to take it all the way to the rim, but he gets blocked by the underside of the backboard. Woods with the hustle. There it is again. Dario Harper, his third 3, and he's going to get a technical.
He deserved it. He owned it. He got exactly what he deserved out of that one.
Yeah.
He followed the other player down in his face, dancing around.
Not that the Ballard players are innocent here. They've been going back and forth at each other, but it was so obvious and so blatant after the 3 and what he did. That's what you got to do. So the technical foul on Dario Harper will also be a personal, and it's only his first. Team's second of the quarter. 2:22 to go in the quarter, and it's freshman Quentin Woods to shoot the technical free throw. He rattles it home. The 9-point lead, or 8-point lead, now 7. Woods trying to make it 6. Down and up and right through. Boy, do I like the stroke on this young guy. And Manual
fan section on the Ballard freshman.
And he's got to watch, because he was talking right back to him. He got to watch. Just be careful, young man. What a shooter.
What a fun game.
Absolutely.
Yeah, freshmen shooting big free throws.
Shooting big free throws and big threes. 4 threes, a couple of technicals. He's got 14, does Quentin Woods. 4 threes and 2 free throws as Culver loses control of that one, and that's where you might want to see Barron Clay in the next minute.
Yeah, he needs a break.
And look at the intensity. Malachi Towns, number 2 with the headband. He's got both hands on Dario Harper, and then he just pushes him aside. But there's physical, and he walked, and he dropped it. There's physical, and then there's 2-hand pushing. There's too much of that right now. They'll get it under control.
As I said, we have a great crew, and they're letting these players play ball.
And they're playing it, and they're playing it right and calling it right. It's right to the edge, and any further, the officials are saying, no, guys, dial it back. And they're doing a heck of a job with the whistle.
Little zone action here.
2-3?
Well, yeah, a little 2-3.
Harper from 30. No. Grivna with the rebound.
It's an excellent call by the coach to go that. It actually looked like almost a little bit of a 1-3-1, but they dropped the big down.
And into the corner it goes. There's Towns, can't get it to go. A little fight. Trite the 3, can't get it to go. And McGee can't grab it. There's Woods, Quentin Woods. There, hand down, no, can't get it to go. And the young fella. And Harper brings it down. I don't know if it's a cramp or he hurt himself. Foul on Trite. There will be 2 free throws. I think that's the 5th, or is it the 4th? It's the 4th. Foul. So a little breather for Dario Harper. No, Dario Harper staying on the floor. And an injury timeout for Harper. He's going to come off. And the freshman Dawson Sparks, who had a couple threes in the first half, he checks in. Harper going to get attended to, get a drink. And Njoku will bring it in. 1:01 to play in this third quarter. Manual up 45-39. Deshaun McGee gets it back to Njoku. Gives it to McGee and said, I'll bring it up against the 6'10 guy. Give our guards a break. Njoku, top of the key. Right side, McGee. He's going to launch a three. Got it! Deshaun McGee.
He's a player on both ends, isn't he, Paul?
Boy, he just making it happen.
Tough.
Culver, Detroit. There's Clay. You said he'd get arrested and came back. That one can't find the finish. That was a rebound from Shelton, and Shelton, somebody's fouled or something's going on. The official Bryce going to Mikel Coleman and reminding them, coaches, you've got to stay down. That's the type, and that's the great communication. That's the great use of understanding these guys personally and professionally, and getting the most out of these players and coaches, right?
Well, as I said before, I've had Richard many times.
Richard Price, yes.
And I've had Greg many times, and anytime they would show up at a game, I was excited they were there. They really understand the game, and they really can.
And they've turned this into a thriller, man. They're not overdoing it. They're not. No. Oh, and a good steal. Culver gets it. There's the one-hand layup attempt from Hanners. Can't get it to go. Rebound Woods. 10 seconds. Woods cross court. McGee three. Buries it from the corner.
Wow.
Clay brings it up court. One. The fake. And time runs out on Ballard's possession. Manuel. Ballard cut the lead to 3, and it's back to 12. Manuel up 51-39 at the end of 3. Terrific fourth quarter action. We're coming straight ahead. It's Louisville Basketball Friday on Glycod.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more durability, versatility, and #1 rated reliability built in. Like Kubota compact tractors that can do it all right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut. And the Sidekick utility vehicle built for hard work and fun at 40 miles per hour. Kubota equipment lives up to the highest standards. Yours. Visit your local dealer today.
Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and Louisville.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Welcome back to Jim Ruther Gymnasium. It'll take a big effort from the Ballard Bruins to come back from this 12-point deficit. The Manual Crimson, both teams playing terrific basketball, playing aggressive at both, all over the court, physical, and the officials doing a great job of managing both sidelines, all 10 players on the court, alongside Coach Emeritus Mark Evans. I'm Paul Najar. Mark, here's a three right off the bat. That's, in and out, no good for Hanners. That's the way you start a comeback, though, at the beginning of the fourth. And there's Woods right down the lane. He got back quickly.
Paul, watch the fatigue factor, though. I think they're going to see. Coach has already picked it up. They're wearing down and settling for outside shots, which they need, and they are making some, but their legs are dead, and they're not making them. They're pushing the ball.
And it'll be a full timeout. Good stuff. We stay here and talk, but we got commercials to deal with, and we got the band in our ear, so we'll come back after this break. Fourth quarter action straight ahead on Glycod.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Welcome back. Manual up 14 now over Ballard, beginning of the fourth quarter. And alongside Coach Emeritus Mark Evans, I'm Paul Najar. And Mark, you've talked about how big a factor the bench play has been for Manuel, and just talk about what Coach Willis has seen with his team.
Well, I think it's taken so much energy 2 to 3 times to come back that I'm just concerned that Ballard's going to start losing their legs a little bit.
But there's the legs off the bench. Hanners in and out with the first 3, and he gets his second just like 15 seconds later. 7:24 to go.
Well, this game,
Manuel calls the timeout. It's a 30.
Well, this game's been waves, but typically it's Ballard trying to catch up to Manuel, and Manuel will then make their rise, and then they're back up by 12. So Ballard's got to do something very quickly here, because we know the foul situation with the 5-foul rule. If you're down by 6 to 8 points with 2 to 3 minutes to go, you're finished. It's over with. You might as well forget it unless it's a major meltdown.
Unless your opposition misses a lot of free throws as well. So you're exactly right. It's an 11-point lead for Manuel. They had stretched it to 14 here at the beginning of the fourth quarter, but
big 3
after a layup. But the big 3 from Manuel from Ballard cuts it to 11. Jackson Henners, the 5'10 senior, hit that one from the corner.
2-2-1 press. Trying to get a turnover. They need to be doing something.
There's Njoku.
Falling back man-to-man.
Oh, the tip by Clay. Back to Njoku, and that's going to be a block. That's a tough one. I don't doubt that it is what it is. I just wish I'd like to see it be a violation. Just say, hey, that's Ballard's ball, because that dude was out of control. Njoku was really out of control.
Well, then you need to get squared up better and take a true charge.
That's true.
You can't bail out right in the middle of the play.
Yeah. So Njoku to the line for 2. They've taken him out of his game a little bit, but you see his game all over the court, inside, outside, rebounding on and defense and hustle plays from Njoku. He missed that free throw. He has a second here.
Yeah, Deshaun McGee's been the story here, though, on both ends of the court.
Especially in that third quarter.
Yeah, his intensity has really made it tough.
Njoku out. He hits the second free throw, putting Manuel up 12. Harper in.
Now we're going to look at a press by Manuel. They're going to match a 2-2-1 by 1-2-2.
And is that a 5-second call? It is on Baron Clay and the Ballard Bruins. Each team now forcing a 5-second out-of-bounds turnover. 5-second call. As William Thompson to trigger it in for Manuel. He's looking. He finds Shelton inside, but it's Grivna. And the big fella, you got the block, but it was one of those things where your arm's coming down.
Yeah, it's at the far end of the court for us with our stage seating, so it's a tough one to see. But it didn't look like he got anything, but too far away.
When you put those arms down.
Yeah, he dropped his arms definitely on him.
That's when the official says, that's going to be tough. And he'll learn that. Like you said, it might be later this year. And Manuel missing some free throws here, cause for some concern. They were only 3 of 5 in the first half. They've missed 2 of 3 here in this fourth quarter. But Ahmad Shelton hits 1 of 2, just as Njoku did.
Looking for the quick trap here.
So Manuel back up 13.
2-1-2 to attack it. 2-1-2 offense.
That's what you do. Split that defender, and you
Beautiful
find
pass.
Grivna, and he takes it, and he slams it down.
Great
Grivna.
play. Great pass.
Terrific pass from Jaden Culver.
Now you got Ballard falling out of the pressure, out the full court pressure.
You've got Ballard in a half-court 1-3-1 trap. And Harper gets it, corner three. McGee can't get it to go. And the tip back by Shelton, no good. The long outlet stolen by Thompson. He gets it ahead. Woods, three, short.
Might have been a little early with that shot with an 11-point lead. But I think it's just excitement going on this first early game.
There's Woods, three, got it, his fifth, and the freshman has 17. 5 threes and 2 free throws.
Beautiful stroke he has, and he caught that in perfect rhythm. You know,
boy, you just got to project that freshman with that freshman big, Grivna right there, 23. As McGee can't get it to go. Rebound Woods, he flips it. Grivna with the block, and here comes Woods. You imagine what those two freshmen can do in the next 4 years with Ballard. And how about this sophomore, Baron Clay?
Oh, yeah.
The fake, the hesitation, and the layup. And it's now just a 6-point lead for Manuel.
Well, you also think about if those two other young men become eligible, what kind of a firepower they'll have.
Indeed.
Great
Thompson
trap. Good job.
Gets away from the trap, and he hits half court. And there's another turnover for Manuel.
Well, I think it's an excellent move by Coach Willis to go to the 1-3-1. I don't think that 2-2-1 was very effective with the speed of Manuel. But when they're backing it up, Manuel's got to be a little bit more precise, and they're using their length really well to get some turnovers.
Yes, they are. The length is a factor.
It's also early in the year, and you don't see a lot of 1-3-1.
4 empty possessions in a row for the Manuel Crimson, other than that one free throw from Shelton. Culver goes to the rack. He kicks it to the corner. Clay, three. Got it. And it's a 3-point game. Ballard cuts it to 3 with 5:10 to go.
Gotta love Ballard's energy. I mean, Manuel's been strong all night, but by gosh, Ballard does not step back, does not quit.
And Joku back in. Top of the key. That's Wheat. Shelton. There's McGee. Shelton calling for it on the block. He gets it against a smaller Culver. He turns, goes up over Culver. Can't get it to go. Rebound Clay. I think Shelton just wishing for a foul now.
No.
Grivna gets it. And it's, oh my, that's a real tough call. That's a real tough call because Grivna wasn't going to slam it, and Joku had the ball.
Well, he was under the basket. He couldn't even get it to the rim where he was, so just bailed him out with that.
That's a tough one. Yeah, that's a tough one. And a timeout is being called by the Manuel Crimson. So, 4:39 to play. Ballard trailing at 1 point by 14. Now down 3 here in the fourth quarter. And what a comeback it's been. Stay with us, folks. Stretch run on Glycod.
Jake from State Farm. I would like to formally extend my gratitude for the Russell rate on my insurance.
Do you mean surprisingly great rates from State Farm?
I don't believe in accepting help, but I'll make an exception.
Here's the deal, Russell. There's no special rate. These prices are for everyone.
Consider us square. I made that from memory. I know your face that well.
For surprisingly great rates and great service, call State Farm agent Mike Shelton in Louisville today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
The Ballard Bruins 33-1 all-time against the Manuel Crimson. And Manuel having the better of Ballard all night long. Had a 14-point lead after the first possession of the fourth quarter. And in the last 3 minutes and 15 seconds, Ballard has cut that 14-point lead to just 3. Great effort. And now they're at the free throw line with 2 more freshmen, Mason Grivna.
And an excellent free throw shooter. He's not missed one in the 2 games he's played, so I hope I don't help him here.
And Grivna hits the first. Grivna, good form. Up and good. It's just a 1-point lead for Manual.
Pressure, full court man press.
Oh, terrific man press. And that's Quentin Woods with the excitable effort. The energy, the freshman on Njoku.
Watch for somebody going deep. They're playing the face guarding up.
And they get it in to Shelton. Shelton looking for Njoku. There's the freshman Woods. He finds Clay. Clay gets the three. And Ballard takes their first lead of the contest.
Man,
that's a hold. And that's what they got to call. That's what they do call. You can't not call it. Malachi Towns with the foul. They probably could have added a couple more, but here it is now that Ballard is the 2-point lead. You got to toughen up.
What about that shot by Baron Clay?
Oh, Baron Clay hasn't hit a three all night, and clutch Clay, and they go deep.
Yeah,
Harper,
face guard, and that's what's going to happen.
He's going to put up the runner, and Dario Harper, the 5'9" teardrop.
Hey, I'll tell you what.
Ties it up.
Great touch on that to take it over the big man from the Bruins.
And how about the pass
on a runner?
Pass from Ahmad Shelton on the inbounds.
Well, they're face guarding, so they're setting themselves up for the deep ball. And they're guarding all men.
And he put it right in stride.
It's a difficult press to play.
Les Hall and Grivna battling like crazy. And the officials talking to the players. That was a great job by the officials talking to Grivna and Hall. But timeout Ballard with 3:55 to play. Woo, folks, we're going to take a little break. Let the band play. We'll be back. Stay with us on Glycod.
Buying or selling a new home, and you want to do it with few hassles? Count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Welcome back to Jim Ruther Gymnasium here at Ballard High School. 57 all, Ballard basketball here. Manuel led the whole game until a three about a minute ago from Baron Clay. Put the Bruins ahead by 2, but Manuel came down the teardrop. There's a Clay three, in and out, no good. Grivna, war for the rebound, and it's going to be a jump ball, and that held ball possession goes to Manuel. 3:49 to play. What you look for is consistency from your team this time of year, early in the year, and both teams.
Yeah, I've been very impressed.
Both coaching staffs, the officiating, everything, outstanding.
Well, that was an excellent shot, too, by Baron Clay.
Yeah.
I mean, he'd make that three most of the time. It was almost in and out.
It did went halfway down and rolled out, and he'll hit those. Baron Clay, Quentin Woods, Grivna, 2 freshmen and a sophomore. Wow.
Look for Deshaun McGee.
And this is the stuff they're calling Hanners. He got the call for the last foul. Ballard's got to be careful. They have 4 fouls this quarter. Their next one, and all thereafter will result in 2 free throws for Ballard. And he takes Hanners to the hoop. That's Harper. Harper gets called for the travel. I don't know. I thought he got rid of that one, but the spin move right in front of the official, he saw it as clear as day.
It was a great job by Jackson Hanners.
Yep.
Yeah, great defense. He also came in and hit a 3 early when they needed a big shot.
He did. He missed that first one of the quarter, but got the next one and got them started on their comeback. Look at this, a 1-2-2 zone. Inside it goes to White. Back out to Culver. Looking for Grivna.
Now they're coming out, man. They're matching, I think.
Oh, they got side to side. They're going 1-2-2.
They opened up in it. Yeah. I thought they were going to get out of it.
And there's Quentin, and he gets it to fall. He's only 2. He's got 19, does the freshman.
Perfect play. Just split it right in the middle and got that little turnaround. Great job. Excellent offense.
Old school Louisville style against that zone.
Yeah.
You put one of your small guys in the high post and hit that turnaround jumper. McGee for 3. Got it, McGee!
I told you, look for McGee, remember?
He's third of the half.
Yeah, he's the guy.
He's out front in this 1-2-2 defense.
Absolutely.
Gives Manuel the 1-point lead. 2.5 minutes to play.
Coach Willis might need a timeout to get some action going against his zone.
I think they only have one left.
Oh,
and
that might be one.
Corner Hanners. Out to Culver, 3, got it! Jaden Culver gives Ballard the 2-point lead.
What a player.
Matches their largest. It was Clay, the sophomore, that gave him a 2-point lead on a 3. Now Culver, the senior, gives him a 2-point lead.
Look for McGee.
That dogged man-to-man defense from Ballard.
Look for McGee.
Harper finds Woods. Woods about 25 feet from the bucket on the right wing. Out to McGee, his 30-footer. Off, left, out of bounds. Ballard ball. First time they've had the lead and possession in this contest. What a comeback by the Ballard Bruins. Down 14.
They better get another player down here, though. They're doubling up right now.
5.5 minutes ago,
they were run and jump. Here they come.
Down 14. They're trying to look deep to Gribner. Oh, he's going to go out of bounds. He stepped out. He did step out. Baron Clay couldn't corral that one.
Ballard was real slow recognizing that they were coming up with a 1-2-2 press.
And they extended it.
And they all ran down and had their backs turned.
Yeah.
Didn't have any help whatsoever. All they had to do was get somebody in the middle.
So they can't stand the good fortune. Let's see how they do. Up 62-60. Oh, and here comes Malachi Towns. You want to talk about guts, guile, desire, toughness. Malachi Towns, number 2. Watch him with the headband. Here he is on McGee. McGee's going to dribble left, and he's getting pushed by Towns.
Grab.
And they're going to call a hold on, and that's the 5th foul on Ballard. So 2 free throws for Manuel. The rest of the way, 90 seconds to play. And Mark Evans, we've got Ahmad Shelton. One of 2 from the line, I believe, tonight. One of 2 in this quarter.
We'll look for him to make both and see a 1-2-2 press.
He rolls it in, rattles it in. It's a 1-point lead for Ballard. As Towns comes out, and back in is Quentin Woods. 19 from the freshman.
Yeah, it's cramping up, though. That's the problem. That's why he came out.
5 threes, a jumper from the free throw line, and 2 free throws. And they can't get it to go. 1 of 2 for Shelton, 2 of 4 in this
that pressure.
half.
Better see that pressure.
They get it across, and they go to the corner. Woods, 3, got it again!
Wow.
And 6 for the freshman, Quentin Woods!
They know how to find him, too.
Making a name for himself in his second game in a Ballard uniform, Quentin Woods. And there's McGee getting rocked, socked, and bopped all over.
Yeah.
He'll go to the line for 2 with 1:03 to play.
Smart play by the Crimson. He's the guy that needs the ball, and I like to see him take it to the basket right now and get to the free throw line. He settled for a deep 3 the last time.
Mark, we've seen great freshmen at Ballard High School through the years. But my goodness, Quentin Woods. Grivna at 6'10". I mean, as McGee.
Pretty shot. Tremendous shooter. You know, and
hits the first. Yeah. Tremendous shooter.
Look for the pressure up top here. They've chosen a 1-2-2.
Manuel unaware. McGee is the whole way down. Now Shelton turns.
Another big miss.
McGee missed the second. There is Woods. 3. Number 7. Lucky number 7. Quentin Woods taking over this game in the second half. He's hit 5 threes in the second. There's a 3 from Harper. Can't get it to go. Rebound. Clay. They get it ahead to Woods. Woods lobs it up. Gribner lobs it down. Freshman to freshman. Up 8 is Ballard. 37 seconds to go. The team is storming the court. Guys, you got to get off the court. It's a timeout.
Go get teed up.
They will. We'll take a timeout. From Ballard High School, the Bruins. Huge comeback. 37 to go. We'll be back. More to come on Glycon.
When it comes to medical imaging, you have a choice. Choose Priority Radiology in New Albany for convenient quality services like CT, MRI, X-ray, ultrasound, mammography, and more. A proud community supporter, Priority Radiology is devoted to making sure you're informed and comfortable every step of the way. Tell your doctor or provider that you choose Priority Radiology when outpatient imaging is needed. Visit PriorityRadiology.com, celebrating 20 years of serving our community of athletes. Priority Radiology. You have a choice.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Welcome back to Ruther Gymnasium here on the Ballard High School campus in eastern Jefferson County. Alongside Coach Emeritus Mark Evans, I'm Paul Najar, and just about 15 minutes, maybe not even that long, about 12 minutes ago, folks, 15 minutes ago, Ballard was lost. Beginning of the fourth quarter, they were down 14, and now they're up 8. That's a 22-point advantage in this fourth quarter. How'd they do it, Mark?
With a young freshman knocking down how many threes?
5
threes.
Unbelievable. He's got 7 for the game.
Yeah, unbelievable.
25 points for Woods. And there is a foul. And gosh, I don't know where the Courier is tonight. I hope somebody got a beat on this game, but my goodness.
Well, you know, you got to give his teammates credit, too. They're finding him. In the heat of the game, they're down, and they still find that shooter, and he still knocks them down.
The legend
very impressive.
The legend of Quentin Woods being written right now in Game 2 of the season. And there is a big free throw from Jeff Njoku. This Manual team is very, very good. I'm wondering if they got away from their supporting role players a little bit in the third and fourth quarter. No, it was
I don't
just
think
pressure.
So. I mean, anytime you're knocking down shots like Ballard started knocking down shots, anytime they start feeling it, sometimes it's like a landslide, you know, and they just weren't able to score. They missed a couple shots, missed a couple free throws.
And Njoku hits them both, and then they foul because they have a lot of fouls to give. That's only their second foul of the quarter. 5 fouls until you get to the free throw line, and they need the ball. So.
Well, and the Bruins need to keep attacking. 27 seconds. It's a tall order. That's 2 3-pointers for the Crimson. That's all it is.
And you got to attack.
You got to continue to attack if you're the Bruins.
Force
you got
the foul,
make
force the foul, and hit the free throw.
Yeah, you have to be the aggressor. You can't try to hold it away.
They get it into Baron Clay, the sophomore, and he is immediately fouled. He goes to the floor and grabbing the back of his leg, but he's all right.
Yeah, he just got a little bit of a knee to his.
And that is foul number 3 with 26.7 as Les Hall exits, and back in is Dario Harper. Baron Hall stretching out that leg. He hit a big 3 to put Manual up 54-52. Oh, and the steal from Njoku, and he hits it. It's a 4-point game. Ballard gets it into Culver. Culver immediately trapped, and he's fouled hard by Woods. That's foul number 4, 17.8. Watch Njoku off the ball. The guy is a thief.
Not over with. I'd bring my big up. and throw up over the top. There's not anybody that can take.
And the next foul is number 5.
And he's a great free throw shooter. He'd be right up in the middle by the free throw line.
And I'd have Woods streaking in the other direction. He's going to catch it and throw it to Woods.
Well, he ought to be running the sideline right here for this pass because they don't know where he's at. Ought to be a direct pass to him.
And there's Harper.
Direct
and he'll
pass.
they get it to Culver.
Throw the ball in the corner.
Culver is trapped, and he is fouled, knocked out of bounds. 13.3 to play. Culver had 2 free throws.
When you have a 6'10" and you need the ball in, he's also 100% free throw shooter so far in the season. You might want to use him right then.
Culver hit some free throws earlier tonight.
Yeah, he's got a pretty stroke. He's a good player.
What a great game, folks, all the way around. Both coaching staffs, both teams be commended here. And that one rims off. No good for Culver.
Big number right here. Here's the next one.
And the officials just orchestrating such a fine job of allowing these kids to play. As Culver hits the second, that's a 5-point lead. And watch this guy, Malachi Towns, instant defense for the Ballard Bruins. They're gonna drop back, play half court, pick up half court. Dario gives it. There's Shelton. Oh, they've got to take a shot, and that's thrown away. Jeremiah Stevens wasn't quite sure what to do. And now it's Ballard to salt this one away, up 5 with 4.8. Good defense from Ballard, forced that indecision.
Here you go. That's what I was talking about.
And that is all, folks. The Ballard Bruins roar back from a 14-point deficit in the fourth quarter to defeat Manual 71-66. We'll be back with our post-game programming. Stay with us. All kinds of stuff to discuss after this one. More to come on Glycod.
A Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Blinds Direct, not just blinds. Blinds Direct, not just blinds.
Red Ball is Southern Indiana's recycling choice because we can turn the scrap metal you bring into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Welcome to Holy Smokes Barbecue.
At Holy Smokes Barbecue, our pitmasters smoke up mouth-watering ribs, chicken, brisket, mutton, and more. From sandwiches to full dinners, with a complete list of sides and desserts. Holy Smokes Barbecue. Just tell them that the man in the big white hat sent you.
Order up. How's the pork chop taste?
It's pretty good. It's the best one I've ever had.
Holy Smokes Barbecue. Tell them the man in the big white hat sent you.
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by HKC Roofing. For your next roof repair or improvement, contact HKC at 502-212-1081 or visit roofyourhouse.com. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed.
Welcome back to Ruther Gymnasium here at Ballard High School. And folks, we're taking a breath here alongside Coach Emeritus. I'm Paul Najar. And how did this happen, Mark? Down 14, and they win with 7:40 to go in the fourth quarter, and they win by 5. The Ballard Bruins come all the way back from the throes of defeat, and it was a freshman that led them, Quentin Woods. 25 points, 7 threes, a jumper, and 2 free throws. What a performance.
tremendous defense by the Ballard Bruins in the second half.
Let's talk about that, yeah.
And I think what you also need to talk about is how many times did they go up and get those tough defensive rebounds, only allowing the Crimsons one shot each time. I mean, and it was a battlefield down there. It was super well called, but it was super physical. And I think that was a big key. I think early in the game when Gribner was being pulled out, and they were allowing him to be pulled out. They didn't have any rim support. They didn't have that rim eliminator, or that even that he changes so many shots, whether it matters or not, and it's in people's heads. Once they got him back, got the matchup right, got him back under the basket, then things changed from that point. And then the other thing, the recognition of knowing when you have a hot shooter and finding that hot shooter multiple times when the game is really on the line. That was a tremendous tribute to the team play of Ballard. Nobody got greedy. They all stayed to the roles, and they found the shooter, and the shooter made it happen.
Wow. You're telling me defense wins, and the defensive intensity picked up by the Ballard Bruins in this fourth quarter beyond measure as they get the 71-66 victory. Do we have some scores, Nick? Yes, we have our scores with our ticker overlay with True Blood Real Estate. I will tell you that Male beat Trinity 69-55. Christian Academy snuck by, Seneca gets by Christian Academy 55-54. And Shelby County comes back to down Wagoner 70-68. Wagoner was up double digits in the third quarter. And then another final by one at J-Town, Pleasure Ridge Park. The Panthers go to J-Town to pull out the 72-71 win. So all over the 7th region, 6th region, all over the Louisville metro area, some great action tonight. Those are your scores. Your look at the scores, ticker overlay, brought to you by True Blood Real Estate. And now we want to take a look at, we'll take a break here and come back with our final stats as well as our most outstanding players of the game. So we've got a couple of things to figure out stats-wise, as well as who our players of the game, most outstanding players of the game are. I think I got one from Ballard. There probably could be 2 or 3, as well as from Manuel. But we'll come back with that. Stay with us, folks. More to come. Louisville Basketball Friday on Glycod. What a thriller this one was. Ballard 71, Manuel 66. Stats and players of the game coming up after this break. Stay with us on Glycod.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you're buying or selling a new home and you want to do it with few hassles, count on Polo Real Estate Group. Founded and owned by 1993 Male High graduate Dion Reese, Polo Real Estate has over 2 decades of experience and offers skillful consultation and representation for your sale or purchase. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust.
Red Ball Recycling is Southern Indiana's #1 recycling choice for a reason. We offer top dollar for all scrap metal. We can buy steel, copper, aluminum, brass, junk cars, and more. Call or stop by Red Ball Recycling and turn your scrap metal into scrap money. Located in Jeff and Madison.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
This is the mower that cut the lawn, that became the place their kids grew up. The legendary Exmark Laser Z is the zero-turn mower more landscape pros trust. For cut quality, comfort, and reliability, Exmark, official mowers of the backyard life. Visit your local dealer or explore the Exmark Laser Z online for special finance offers, available now.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Welcome back. Jim Ruther Gymnasium here at Ballard High School, and you saw a thriller here tonight, folks. The Ballard Bruins victorious 1-1 on the season as Manual drops to 1-1 as Ballard gets the 71-66 victory here. Now a look at tonight's final numbers from German American Bank, strengthening communities since 1910. Mark Evans, some really good numbers, but the Ballard team found their ground in that fourth quarter.
Shut the lights out, Paul. Whew. Shut the lights out. Throughout the third, but in the fourth, it was unbelievable.
Yes.
And as I keep saying, it's really unique because they continued to find their shooter over and over and over again. And he continued to deliver.
And what happened, though, it was interesting. They're down 12 at the end of the third. They come out, they get a great look for Hanners in the corner. It goes down and out, in and out. When you miss that corner three, you got to get back, and they exploited it. Did Manual. They got a rim runner going down the middle, wide open for a layup on the trail. So they go up 14, and then Quentin Woods gets released. Oh, boy.
And
he got quick release, too.
And the defensive rebounding really picked up.
It did.
For the Bruins.
So they were down 14, win by 5, and the tail of the tape. Go ahead.
Okay, well, Manual did a nice job tonight. They have a very good ball team. They're going to be right in the thick of things.
They are really good.
There's not going to be any doubt about it, especially with the coaching staff as they have. As far as our game stats, it ended up 48% for the Crimsons from the field goal, 22 of 45. From the three-point line, they ended up 12 of 23, 52%. Once again, a very good stat line.
They were only 2 of 8. They were 2 of 8 in that second half. That was the hard part. McGee hit those 2 threes in the second half.
Yeah, so you're exactly right. And like I said, free throw.
They were 5 of 10 in the second half.
5 of 10. They were 7 of 13 in the first half,
right?
For 53%. So they ended up on the game 52% from the three, and most teams would take that, especially when you're taking 23 threes.
Yep.
Most teams would win with that when you're doing that. But then you look at something a little bit different. You look at the final field goal percentage for the Bruins. They were 25 of 46 for I think
59%.
59%. Second half, they were 16 of 25 for 64% from the field goals.
Wow.
Shot the free throws extremely well, 9 of 10. But look at that. They were 2 of 9 in the first half from the three-point line. And I asked the question, it looked like a deja vu of the North game where they ended up shooting about 6 of 20 something.
North hit the threes.
But boy, was I wrong, because in that second half they were what is it?
They were 10 of 17 in the second half.
Yeah,
58%.
58%. ended up 12-26, 46%. But that fourth quarter and that young freshman knocking down those shots one after another, it was something to be seen. What an exciting basketball game.
Absolutely, and that is a look at tonight's final numbers from German American Bank, strengthening communities since 1910. And now with our tonight's most outstanding players, brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilley. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Well, we've got most outstanding players, and we didn't even give them to you, Nick. Are you ready for them? How about we do them live? We know who the home team is. You know this guy, right? This is the home team. The visiting team, we've got to go with Deshaun McGee, who he's number 23, the 6'6" senior, dropped 3 threes in the fourth quarter, in the second half. 4 threes in the second half, I think, actually, and had an outstanding game harassing that when they did that 1-2-2 trap in the third quarter, that half-court trap when they were running their full-court stuff defense. Great effort from Deshaun McGee. But with Dario Harper, Ahmad Shelton, Jeff Njogu, Will Thompson, Mark Woods, Anthony Wheat, Les Hall, Dawson Sparks, a freshman who a really good first half and came in, hit a couple threes. Aubrey Jones-Williams, even Jeremiah Stevens. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 deep, legit for Manual. And then you look at what Ballard did with their bench in adding Malachi Towns and Jackson Strite, doing great work for, and Jackson Hanners also off the bench for the Bruins, doing some really good work. But for the Bruins, you could talk about Jaden Culver at the point. When they moved Barron Clay off the point in that second quarter, things started to open up for Ballard.
Yeah, I think, that
offense.
It's sometimes very, very difficult for, Barron Clay is such a good outside shooter, a good scorer, but running to the point all the time, being worn down all the time, and always, it's just a little tougher. Your job is to distribute to your teammates and so on and so forth. I thought it was a really wise move to get him off the point and then add Jaden Culver in, which did a spectacular job of driving, kicking, and finding players. He's
tough.
He's a tough one on both ends. He's a tough kid and a very good player. But, that really opened everything up, and then you throw in that freshman knockdown shooter. Then you can't forget about Grivna.
And what he did.
Sometimes, the bigs might wear a little bit. I think he was at his best in the last couple quarters, without a doubt.
Yes, he
I
was.
thought early he might have been a little tight, a little nervous, missed a couple little dunks and things like that.
Worried about things that a freshman worries about.
Got doubled up a little bit on, he turns his back a little bit. He got doubled up a little bit, but in the second half, when they doubled him, he felt the pressure. He kicked it out to three-point shooters and then knocked them down.
So we go to our most outstanding player of the game, brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilley. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. We had Deshaun McGee for Manual, and for Ballard, number 0, Quentin Woods, 7 3-pointers, 25 points. What energy. And the defense that he brought, too, as well. This is the stuff that the Ballard program is used to seeing. Big-time freshmen making big-time plays for the next 4 years of development. And you never know what happens in high school ball these days. But it looks like with Grivna and with Woods, you'd have you have a very, very bright future. Absolutely. We'll take one more break, and we'll take a look at what's ahead and what's coming up on Glycod in the coming days and weeks. Stay with us. Our final break on Glycod.
Founded in 1910 in the Ohio Valley region, German American Bank has been raising the standards in banking and wealth management for over a century. Big enough to provide the conveniences of modern banking, yet small enough to care about the people and communities we serve. Because we believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. We're lending more than money. We're lending a hand. German American Bank, building our community together.
Go ahead. Pour it on. As thick as you want to. Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering. serving up the tastiest ribs, chicken, brisket, brown sugar sticky wings, mutton and ham. Always served to you fresh and so good, it'll make you say,
"Holy smokes!"
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering, 7508 Preston Highway.
Holy smokes!
Hi folks, Mike Kennedy for HKC Roofing. HKC installs the most effective gutter guard on the market at half the cost of the national brands. We guarantee it. Call today for an additional 20% off.
1965 male graduate and basketball star George Tensley knows the value of providing quality service, and that's what you get when you dine with Tensley Family Concessions. They provide travelers with many fine choices at Louisville Muhammad Ali International Airport. Whether it's Kentucky Fried Chicken, Chili's, or Starbucks, you know your travel experience will be a more comfortable and convenient one. Learn more about our company by visiting the website tfcfamily.com.
UA Local 502 is powered by Louisville and Southern Indiana's best trained, most productive plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVAC service technicians. A proud community partner with over a century's worth of service, UA Local 502 members have the knowledge and experience for the project you want done, whether it's large or small. Visit lu502.com for information about the contractors who employ our members. UA Local 502. We do it right the first time.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Leslie Gilly in Crestwood today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're watching Louisville Basketball Game Night on Glycod.
Welcome back to Ballard High School here on Glycod. It's Louisville Basketball Friday, and want to remind you that we'll have a full slate of games all season long in basketball: December, January, February, and March. And alongside Mark Evans, I'm Paul Najar. Mark, what a thrill it is to work alongside you, especially a game like this that had so much energy and passion and just physical play that, you know, well controlled by both staffs, both coaching staffs, but most importantly by these three officials tonight, Richard Price, Greg Zimmerman, and Eric Dixon. An outstanding job of allowing these players, getting the most out of both teams and every player on the floor.
Yeah, I think they deserve a big round of applause, but when I saw them walk onto the floor, I knew it was going to be a well-called game, and I told you that.
Yep.
We go way back, and we've had a lot of respect. We're close friends, actually, and I was on the sidelines for a long time, and they're the best of the best.
And that just helps. It just elevates the game when you know how far you can go, and you can't go any further. And they did a heck of a job of that against two teams that were just. This looked like a late February, March, or early March game.
Yeah, I mean there wasn't anything that disappointed me by watching that game. I was captivated by the entire game, the entire time, because it seemed like it felt like Manual would just keep hitting them in waves and in waves and waves. And I kept waiting for the Bruins to kind of
get their own wave.
Well, no, I kept thinking as the game went on for them to just finally make a few mistakes and wear down just a little bit, and then it'd be pushed out and be over with. It just never happened. They just never quit. They kept fighting. They got some missed shots where they got some good rebounds, and you know, it was a great game, but both teams were fantastic tonight.
And the great sportsmanship, and just seeing Dario Harper from Manual, the point guard, go up to Jaden Culver, the point guard from Ballard, just give each other a big hug and some dap, and that's just a lot of respect from terrific young ball players. So many of them on the court tonight. Two freshmen from Ballard and Quentin Woods and Mason Grivna. The freshman who I was impressed with Manual was Dawson Sparks, Anthony Wheat, and then the sophomore Dario Harper as well. Both teams look like they're going to win a lot of games or have the potential to win a lot of games this year.
Yeah, both teams are well coached. You saw several adjustments throughout the game, and each time an adjustment was made, a counter was made. You saw great sportsmanship. I mean, these kids were playing hard, and never did you really see, other than a little chirp, but it wasn't really negative stuff. It was more, it's a typical trash talk, but not real trashy talk. But it gets you in trouble every once in a while with a T. But it was well done. The fans, the place was packed. It was class in the fans.
It was.
I mean, And you walk off the court now. They walk off. They all shake hands.
Yep.
They're hanging out and seeing each other. I mean, a lot of these kids probably went to school together, in the different middle schools and so on and so forth. So they all probably know each other. But I just thought it was a great representation tonight of Ballard and DuPont Manual. I thought they really represented.
Well done. Well done, all. Well done, athletics departments and the leadership at both schools academically as well. So coming up on Glycod, more exciting high school basketball action brought to you by our good friends at Holy Smokes Barbecue. Tell them the band in the big white hat sent you. We've got games. What do we have on slate for next week, Nick? On Monday, Holy Cross at KCD. Mark Evans, you and I will be there for that one, as will you, Nick. And then Covington Catholic on Tuesday will play at Eastern. Wait a minute, I think that's our game. Covington Catholic at Eastern.
Well, honestly, Paul, it was supposed to be you and I on the KCD.
Right.
But I have an engagement. I think it's going to be you and Coach Forrest.
Oh,
I think so. You're going to get to hang with Gary.
I really hope that I'm, yes, next Friday is the Covington Catholic game at Eastern, and I'm looking forward to that one because I'll get to say hello to my good buddy, the Cov Cath coach, Jake Thielen.
Oh, really?
All-American at Bellarmine, 2-year All-American at Bellarmine, led the Galaxy in shooting his junior year. 72% from the field he shot as a junior at Bellarmine. No one was even close to him. College, high school, pro, nowhere. All over the world. Coach Scott Davenport looked and Jake is one of my favorite people. His family is
great people.
Super.
I do know that they.
I mean, his sister was a superstar volleyball player. Played at Penn State, won a couple national titles there, and he is a Covington Catholic legend. Their family, great people. So I'm looking forward to that, as well as additional live coverage on Glycod.com. So remember that. More exciting high school basketball action brought to you by our good friends at Holy Smokes Barbecue. Tell them, man, in the big white hat sent you. That's what we have to look forward to after tonight, Mark. I mean, wow. If this is any indication of what 7th Region basketball is going to be like this year, the winner is going to be a champion, a real champion coming out of this region.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Paul. We know there's other really good teams out there. We saw that male Trinity score tonight, I do believe. And,
yes, male.
And so, it's
X
stacking up to be pretty special. And I think St. X currently is ranked number 1 in the state. So
yes, they are. That's 7th
region.
We
saw two really played games. Game tonight, but two great teams.
Yes, indeed. So there we have it from our hour and 15-minute pregame show. We were able to get it done for our owner-operator, Chris Labar, for our executive producer, Steve Bird, producer on site, super guy and super job from Nick Landrum, and our camera operator, Josh Breeden up there. Thanks for all the work you did, Josh, getting us the lineups and the camera done. For my good friend Mark Evans, can't wait to do more, Mark. We'll have a great season of basketball again this year. I'm Paul Najar, folks. Just thanks for watching. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you. Just keep watching us on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been UA Local 502 Louisville Basketball Game Night. UA Local 502 and the Mechanical Contractors Association of Kentucky We do it right the first time. Tonight's game was brought to you by Red Ball Recycling, turning your scrap metal into scrap money. HKC Roofing, better than guaranteed. Tinsley Family Concessions, commitment to quality. German American Bank, building our community since 1910. Polo Real Estate Group, a realtor you can trust. Anderson's Sales and Service, a top choice for homeowners and lawn professionals. And by Blinds Direct and State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilley.
Visit glycod.com and follow us on social media for information about upcoming broadcasts and other high school sports content. Thank you for watching this live sports presentation on Glycod.